It's time for Lander Valley Basketball. Coming up on the Porter's Tailgate Show live on KOVE 1330 AM and 107.7 FM and streaming online on the County 10 YouTube channel. You will hear about today's games, updates from around Fremont County, and catch up with the Lander coaches and athletes. Now, let's send it to the voice of the Tigers. Here's Wyatt Barichka and Riley Bullion.
Definitely a roller coaster ride to get to this point. It's the 3A Southwest quad finale regular season game. I mean, just final everything here for the regular season for Lander Valley as we get set for some 3A Southwest quad play at Lyman, Wyoming. Wyatt Barichka joined alongside Riley Bullion. If you're tuning into this broadcast on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM, so if you're streaming on the video channel on County 10's YouTube and Facebook pages, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in to the regular season finale here between Lander and Lyman. Wyatt Barichka join alongside Riley Bullion. Riley, I mean, this is the game. I mean, you want to get fine-tuned before the regional tournaments next week when they have to come right back down and go right down to Mountain View.
It's definitely the game that you want to recap on and, definitely get a win off of.
And Riley, taking a look at these two teams, I mean, these two teams played earlier in the season. Lyman swept both Lander teams. We'll talk about the boys' game more later on because that is big significance at the regional tournament next year. Lyman enters the game 16-5. They defeated Mountain View and gave them their second loss of the regular season. They defeated Powell last week 40-36, and they would fall to Powell, last week 40-36. They would defeat Level 58-34. Again, they did defeat Mountain View last night to give their second loss of the season. Riley, this game means much to Lyman because they are still in that running for the 4 seed as the clock expires. The Lander JV team falls 61-32 in that matchup. But again, Riley, Lyman has something to play for today.
They definitely have a lot to play for, and it's going to be one of those things of the Lady Tigers just going to have to come in and play their best and hopefully get the win out of it.
Well, they're probably facing a good Lander team right now. I mean, 2-game win streak, 2-0 last week against Demopolis and Whirlwind. That is the first time this season they are on any kind of winning streak. And again, Lady Tigers are locked in at that 4 seed at the regional tournament. They can't play for a 3 or 2 seed in this one. They haven't won any quad games so far yet this season, so they will play either Powell or Level in the first round next week at the regional tournament in Mountain West. But you also want to make sure you're ready to go at that regional tournament, and Melinda Cox is not going to give up on this and make sure they're ready to go next week.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to be ready for whatever is to come this week, and obviously, win this game, go ahead and move on to regionals, which will end up right back down here in this area. So, a familiar place for them to be at.
This is the Porter's Tailgate Show brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply. As Porter Supply Company in Riverton is a proud sponsor of LVHS Athletics this season. Wants to remind you that the beautiful weather we have is definitely not here right now. I mean, after that massive storm that came this week. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home with wood, gas, or pellet stoves this winter. That's Porter's on North Felton, Riverton, and online at portersmvs.com. Also, a big shout out to Wind River Internet for helping us provide this stream for you guys. This is the final regular season game here for Lander Valley, and it is also for Lyman as well. Again, a quad game as you're seeing Lyman coming out to warm up. Lander also getting ready to warm up. About 11 minutes to go here. We're going to take a look at some regional basketball that happened. We're also taking a look at this game as well. Riley, we're going to step aside for our first time out. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We'll give you guys a more in-depth matchup of this game. This is Lady Tiger Basketball here on the County 10 Sports Network.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's pregame show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars into one of the most in-demand technical careers. From classic cars to ones that park themselves, CWC's expert automotive instructors combine state-of-the-art technology, small class sizes, and one-on-one attention to help you earn your certification in automotive service excellence. Apply now for several scholarships available only to our automotive students. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of automotive technicians.
Now, back to the Porter's Tailgate Show on the County 10 Sports Network.
Back here on the County 10 Sports Network, also on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, and also on the YouTube and Facebook pages. Taking a look at some of the stats and how these two teams compare, Riley, there's probably a more significant difference as far as inside the arc and the limited turnovers and points per game. And also, I mean, rebounding is also pretty close there.
Yeah, rebounding's pretty close between the two. I think the key thing for them is going to be the inside the arc shots. I mean, that's something that we see a lot of. And, you know, Lander's been working on getting inside, taking those shots, and I know Lyman's also been doing the same thing. So it's going to go back and forth, and I think all of the categories really.
I mean, I thought last week, turnover-wise, I thought Lander did way better than what we have seen him throughout this season, Riley. And, you know, you're going to have to do that today, especially against a team like Lyman.
Yeah, turnovers was a big thing for them, and they definitely have coped from it. And like you said, last week they worked on it as best as they could, and, you know, they didn't really have as many as what they usually do in games, and, you know, hopefully they can bring that into this one.
The Lady Eagles saw Sage Bradshaw not play last game. She's the leading scorer with 15.1 points per game. For the Lady Tigers, it's led right now by Adeline Anderson, Wagon Winfield, who averages 8.9 points per game this season for the Lady Tigers. Leading shooter is Brenna Lincoln, who shoots 38% of 3 of 8, but Megan Winfield has shot 24 of 118 from 3, just 20% on the season. But Riley, she's getting a roll, but also this entire team is getting a roll. We're seeing kind of the players getting into where they need to be heading into this. Again, next week is a big week.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the last game of the season, but you look back and you've got regionals coming up next week, so they really have to come out in this one just to prove that, you know, they're going to come out in regionals and do the same thing.
Yeah, and, you know, you can't take any game for granted now, either team. I mean, again, we'll talk about the boys' game more because, again, the boys' game has so much significance in that one, Riley. And, you know, this is a good one. I mean, I think we're just fortunate to be able to come down. We heard there were some road closures, and if you guys are traveling all, we want to make sure that you guys are traveling safe. Again, I-80 was open for a little bit, and then that got shut down eastbound-wise. You know, South Pass was open. We were able to get over South Pass, but now that's been closed as of right now. And again, you can check out all of those at county10.com with all the advisories, the closures, and everything going on. But Riley, again, we're both so fortunate to be at this game, even though it's kind of been a whirlwind for us is trying to figure out what the next plan is after this, but we're worried about this game right now.
Exactly. I mean, we're lucky enough to be able to make it down here in the weather that we've had and some of the weather that is coming. So it'll be a good matchup between the two teams.
Yep, again, we are excited to bring you guys the final regular season game of Lander Valley basketball, but again, it doesn't end today. It will be also next week and hopefully statewide, because, you know, Riley, this yesterday I thought was a great weekend of maybe what is to come for Wyoming high school basketball. You had Shoshone upsetting Wyoming Indian in the boys bracket first round. You saw St. Stephen's defeat Rocky Mountain. You saw Wind River have a close one, escape an upset as they were a 1 seed and they went into overtime with Kemper. Du Bois went into overtime now the second time. They are 1-1 now in the tournament, but Riley, there's just it's just a great time for Wyoming high school basketball.
Well, especially right now, and like you said, the 1A, 2A down in Lander right now, and like you said, Du Bois went to overtime twice. I mean, that doesn't happen usually, especially in a regional tournament. That does not happen.
I mean, Lander went back-to-back games, but games that mean more with a trip to state on the line. Du Bois has to win again tomorrow, Saturday morning, as I believe there is a few teams. Wyoming Indians survived today as they took on, I believe it was Rocky Mountain, I believe, in that one. Again, you can check out all the updates we've been able to provide for you guys on our County 10 Sports Twitter at County 10 Sports. You can also check out all the feature stories that Randy Tucker's been doing all regional tournament long, and he's done a fantastic job on the coverage, as well as he's kind of doing a one-man show as, again, we're here right now not being able to help out with Randy. But again, you can check out all those features at county10.com. Coming up next, it's going to be the head coach interview with head coach Melinda Cox. Unfortunately, we don't have a Tiger weekend because, again, we thought this game was going to happen Tuesday. More cancellations, and really, Riley, in the end, it was just a same day, you just move it up 30 more minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the game originally was moved to Tuesday, which kind of caught us off guard, and then it got moved back to today, and then, like you said, times were moved up 30 minutes. So
and this game could have potentially been played tomorrow, but Lander made the trip down, and that's why we're down here as well, and that's why the games are going. Riley, let's take another timeout. After this, we'll have head coach Melinda Cox's interview. This is Lady Tiger Basketball here on the County 10 Sports Network.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming and Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Palace Pharmacy of Lander is proud to be this year's starting lineup sponsor and supports athletics all across Fremont County. Palace Pharmacy in Lander is locally owned and locally loved. Palace Pharmacy combines high-quality products with personalized care. They strive to help you reach your health and wellness goals. Stop into Palace Pharmacy, 1255 Main Street, Lander, or see them online at palacepharmacywy.com.
Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care support Fremont County athletics. We are a locally owned, multi-specialty healthcare group that is proud to serve the Lander and Riverton communities. Our goal is to provide convenient quality care for all ages. We offer a wide array of services including family and internal medicine, pediatrics, women's care, and urgent care. Additionally, we have on-site labs, echocardiograms, stress tests, x-ray, and ultrasound in both communities. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care are here for you in Fremont County. Let's stay healthy together.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to be a supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Brown Sugar is a locally owned and operated restaurant located in downtown Riverton. Their passion is coffee and locally sourced foods. Be sure to stop in for dinner service and look for a new menu coming soon. Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery. See them online at brownsugarcoffeeroastery.com or stop in at 203 East Main Street, Riverton.
Eyes on Fremont is a proud supporter of student athletes and athletics all across Fremont County. Ensuring crisp and clear vision is only one part of first-rate eye care. In addition to testing visual activity, the doctors at Eyes on Fremont focus on the comprehensive and long-term health of your eyes and vision. Eyes on Fremont uses the latest technology such as digital imaging to inspect your eyes thoroughly during a comprehensive eye and vision assessment. Stop in at 111 South Broadway, Riverton, or call 856-9000 for an appointment today. Keeping you connected with Tiger Basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
Here on the County 10 Sports Network, here with head coach Melinda Cox. And Coach, 2-game win streak. How does it feel now that you guys kind of have some momentum coming into this final week of the season?
It feels good. This is the right time to get a little bit of momentum, and this is a good place to try to execute what we need to continue with that momentum.
Yeah, and you're going to take on a good Lyman team, but before that, probably a weird week for you guys as far as practice. Maybe one day is potential game day tomorrow. Next thing you know, it's canceled, moved to Friday. Don't know if it's going to play on Friday. Just how did this week work for you guys, just kind of with the scheduling and everything, with the storm?
The unfortunate thing is, Lander's been hit hard with some winter conditions, and so for us, the biggest thing was we couldn't practice when we didn't have school. But we've been preparing all year. We've not taken days off, so we're ready. We've got a good game plan against Lyman today, and I think that our kids feel good. They health-wise, things are going well. So we just have to play hard for 32 minutes today.
Yeah, you guys are taking on a good Lyman team who had to play yesterday and came out with a win.
Yeah.
What do you know about this team from playing the first time and what they've been doing throughout the season? What's going to be your game plan going in?
Yeah, Lyman's a good team. They've got their solid group of guard play, and then they have a post player that does a lot of good things for them as well. So they play generally. They'll press you. They'll play a zone, and we've got a couple of changes within what our offensive structure is going to be to combat their zone, and hopefully we'll execute it and be able to capitalize on it.
What's going to be that X factor to end the season 1-0 and go 3 games in a row?
We got to make buckets. Our goal needs to be that we need to shoot between 38% and 42%. And if we can do that tonight, good things will happen.
health-wise? And I mean, you mentioned everybody's good to go, but like, how ready is everybody ready to go tonight?
I think they're ready. This is the time of the season. It's like, oh man, it's coming to an end, and people don't want it to come to an end. And it's a long season. We've been here a long time, since November, and these kids are ready to play. And a lot of these kids don't want their season to end. And so we get that moment, and meaning it's a couple more weeks away from ending, right? Yeah. But they're excited, and it's fun to be on the bus and hang out with your friends and do some good things. So yeah, everybody's ready.
Coach, I appreciate your time. We'll talk to you at the boys' half.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Back here on the County 10 Sports Network.
Xander's One Stop of Lander wishes the best of luck to all student athletes and sports teams throughout Fremont County. Xander's One Stop has it all: clean gas, ethanol-free fuel, diesel, a variety of household and automotive needs. Stop in for the very best in snacks, lunch, dinner, and much more. Plus, the best liquor selection. And now lottery tickets for the Cowboy Draw, Mega Millions, Powerball, and Lucky for Life. It's all here at Xander's One Stop, 730 East Main, Lander.
Wyoming Catholic College are proud sponsors of student athletes and sports programs across Fremont County, plus are this season's academic spotlight sponsor. Wyoming Catholic College forms students through a rigorous immersion in the primary sources of the classic liberal arts tradition, the grandeur of the mountain wilderness, and the spiritual heritage of the Catholic Church. Grounded in real experience and thoughtful reflection, our graduates love truth, think clearly, and communicate eloquently, engaging with the world as it is. Submit your application online at wyomingcatholic.edu/admissions/apply.
Gales Carpet Floor & Home is happy to support student athletes in sports across Fremont County. Gales Carpet One Floor & Home has been a Fremont County fixture for decades, specializing in flooring, window coverings, and cabinets, as well as the professional, certified installation of those products. Stop into Gales Floor & Home today at 220 East Main Street, Riverton, or see them online at galescarpet1riverton.com. Northside Auto Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes for the 22-23 season. Northside Auto Body is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in automotive body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Auto Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter. Your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage Well.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Tigers basketball all season long on County 10's YouTube channel.
Back here on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM and streaming online at County 10's YouTube and Facebook pages as we can present you your Palace Pharmacy starting lineup. Again, brought to you by Palace Pharmacy, locally owned and locally loved. Stop in today and visit PalacePharmacyWI.com. We'll start with the Lady Tigers in this one. It's going to be the same lineup as it's been last weekend. It will start like this. Wearing number 2, Kendall McFadden. Wearing number 3, Darian Bell. Wearing number 23, Megan Winfield. Number 25, Lily Hamilton. And number 50, Adeline Anderson, as they will be in their road green uniforms, black numbers with the white accent with the black and white stripes. That's going to be the starting lineup for the Lady Tigers in this one. And Riley, we will send it to you now for the Lady Eagles starting lineup as there we go. We got another fancy introduction. We lost all of the lighting in here and trying to get things started, but Riley, who do we got?
Started for your Lady Eagles, we've got number 4, Hallie Blumo, number 5, Bo Gregory, number 10, Caroline Bradshaw, number 11, Ashton Wells, and And number 14, Sage Bradshaw.
That's the starting five for the Lady Eagles in their home white uniforms. Blue numbers, blue letters, blue stripes. They got the black X on the numbers and stripes as well. This is a pretty cool entrance here. And it's a little bit dark, but you notice that the starters are being introduced. But again, Riley, Lander can't move up or down in the standings. They are locked in at the number 1 or the number 4 seed in the Southwest. Lady Eagles, again, they're still fighting for their opportunity to be the Southwest quad champs of the 3A West. Again, that regional tournament is starting next Thursday at Mountain View, so not far from here. We've been there once. Again, we'll talk to you guys more about how to stream that next week, as we won't have a YouTube feed because of some exclusivity deals from the NFHS. And Riley, I mean, this here we go. What else do we gotta say?
I have nothing else to say other than here we go.
This is final game of the regular season. Adeline Anderson, and it will be Bo Gregory at center court to get this one started here. And we are underway here in Lyman. It is going to be controlled by Blumel. And we are underway here again in Lyman, Wyoming. Wells, give it off to Bradshaw. Again, the leading scorer, averaging about 15 points per season. Top of the key was looking for Blumel. Now we'll give it to her. Blumel inside Bradshaw, looking to have a post shot. She will get it up. That's no good. Blumel right there for the put-back shot. That is also not good. 3 opportunities, and then we'll go finally to the free throw line, and we'll see the first free throws of this ball game.
Going to see that foul on Winfield. It's going to be her first personal, first team foul. Quick foul will start off the game for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, Megan Winfield having herself some pretty good games as of lately. Bradshaw misses the first. And we will have one more free throw upcoming. Still 0-0. Again, a big shout out to Fremont Therapy for the scoreboard. If you're watching it, Adeline Anderson going to launch a dart pass Winfield to McFadden. It's going to be the first turnover of the ball game. Bradshaw looking to get the basketball on the paint. Will back out. Nope, goes to the free throw line. There's a swing pass now to Bradshaw. Caroline Bradshaw going to try to drive in. Kick out now to Wells. Wells going to launch the 3. That one hits right iron, goes right to Anderson's hands. We'll give it to Winfield, and now Winfield will push the pace. Winfield loses the basketball. Stolen there by Blumel. And mark that turnover number 2 already. Bradshaw, top of the key. We'll get this offense started. 6:56 to play as we are over a minute in this ball game. And Lady Tigers can kind of play spoilers here in this one. Wells, give it off to Caroline Bradshaw. Launches a deep 3 from the volleyball line. Can't get it though. And we're going to have a foul.
Going to get a foul in the backcourt on the Lady Eagles. Foul's going to go against Blumel. It's going to be her first personal, first team foul.
It'll be Anderson to inbound. And that'll go right out of bounds. It will remain with the Lady Tigers as Blumel went in and tried to steal it. Anderson looking. Got to get it into play here. Turnover again. Caroline Bradshaw to Sage Bradshaw. Again, she didn't get to play in the first time these two teams squared off. Wells, far side, going to look for Bradshaw on the cut. Gets it to her. Kick out now to Gregory. Gregory going to launch a 3 as she takes a sidestep. Hits back iron, no good. It will be Kendall McFadden. Will have a jump ball. Lady Tigers will control it. Gives the possession arrow back to Lyman after the inbound.
Something that the Lady Tigers need to watch out for is this backcourt defense that Lyman plays. And I know this is something that they saw in the first time that they met with each other.
Anderson once again inbound to McFadden. McFadden will try to bring it up for the Lady Tigers. We'll get it over the Eagle. McFadden was looking. I'm not sure who she was looking for. Had Megan Winfield on the cut. You also had Hamilton on the post. Already 4 turnovers, not even 2 minutes into the ball game as we just approached that. Still 1-0 though on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard here in Lyman. Here's Bradshaw. Gonna try to drive in, has a lane. Anderson right there, she'll be fouled and one. It took a second, but Bradshaw finally gets the roll. And you'll get Anderson on the foul. Be her first.
Going to see a couple subs check into the ball game for the Lady Eagles. Paige Rose will check into the ball game. Haley Eldridge and Briley Bradshaw.
We'll just get one free throw here, make this a 4-0 ball game. That's no good. Anderson will try to get the rebound, but last touch there by Briley Bradshaw. Bradshaw's here, and if Bradshaw name sounds familiar, there's a Bradshaw that played in the University of Wyoming.
As we saw Donahue and Friday check into the ball game. Football pass.
Nice pass there to get it Winfield. Donahue was looking for the shot. That gets poked out. Remains with the Lady Tigers. And we'll go Megan Winfield to inbound on the baseline. Inbound Anderson, swing it to Donahue. Donahue to Winfield on the near side. Launches the three, deflected there. So that is the first official shot attempt by Lander Valley in this one. He gets deflected there. Inside, foul. It's going to send Haley Eldridge to the free throw line.
They're going to get Anderson for her second personal. Third team foul here in the first.
So we'll see this potentially the second Lady Eagle to score. That doesn't happen on this one. So we'll get one more here.
We'll see Wells and Blumo check back into the ball game for the Lady Eagles.
Get one more free throw coming up here.
Hamilton also checks back into the ball game for the Lady Tigers.
And we'll make that one. Second Lady Eagle to score. It's 5-0 now on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard, or excuse me, 4-0. And we'll get a foul there as Friday is in the ball game. A foul will go against Lady Eagles.
Foul's going to go against Rose. That's going to be her first personal, second team foul.
Friday gets the inbound pass. Friday to Winfield. Right on the Lyman bench on the far side. Winfield will give it to McFadden. McFadden, top of the key. And timeout taken by head coach Melinda Cox's. We'll just keep it right here. Your scoreboard tonight brought to you by Fremont Therapy in Riverton and Lander. For more than 25 years, Fremont Therapy has been Fremont County's leader in physical and occupational therapy. We provide experienced clinicians and support our athletes and their families. They wish all Fremont County teams the best of luck this season. And again, from County 10, we wish all the teams from the regional tournament best of luck. Also wish everybody, Riverton and Cody right now, as the Riverton boys look up to lock in the number 1 seed for the 4A Northwest, We'll be in Afton at the regional tournament. So both Lander and Riverton making long road trips to their regional tournament. Riverton did host the 4A last year. Will be Lady Tiger basketball. McFadden will inbound Friday, far side, and they're going to say travel. Make that 5 turnovers now. And Lander still scoreless. And 5 turnovers so far. Lady Eagles still with 0. And watch out there. Winfield runs into Bluebell, and she gets up slowly, but seems to be okay.
They're going to give a foul there to Winfield. That's going to be her second personal, 4th team foul.
And now she has to sit on the bench.
So we see Darian Bell check into the ball game for the first time.
Bluebell looks for the inside pass. Hamilton trying to poke it out there, and that one's going to be still poked out. Coming up with it is Eldridge, and the Lady Eagles kick out now to Briley Bradshaw. Now swinging it up to Wells for 3. Front iron no good. It'll be Bluebell with the putback and good. It's all Lady Eagles right here. Friday inside to Hamilton. She'll probably put it up. That's swatted by Eldridge. And then McFadden will come up with a steal. Well, still 6-0 here, Riley, so far in this one. McFadden, far side, bounce pass was looking for Friday. Stolen there by Bradley Bradshaw. It's Blumel to Wells. She'll put up the shot, and then we got a foul on Friday, and it's already a foul frenzy here for the Lady Tigers in this one.
You know, definitely something that they're struggling with, but Lyman's playing that tight backcourt defense, which is causing all of the turnovers, and then they get plays like this where they're sent to the free throw line.
Wells going to go to the free throw line, looks to put in a pair, makes the first one.
Going to see some subs. Hayden Goggles will check into the ballgame for the first time. Coming back into the ballgame is Sage Bradshaw and Bo Gregory.
Wells 50% from the line this season, now 16 of 31. 50% entering the game, and she'll keep that 50% mark as she misses the second. Out of bounds, Lady Tigers control the basketball. 7-0 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Again, still all Lady Eagles, and it remains the same. Another turnover. .403 to play here. Inbound will go to Rose, and they're going to have another foul and another trip to the line, Riley. And it's already 16 fouls in the first, and we still got 12 minutes to play in the first half.
Foul goes against Bell. That's her first. So now the Lady Tigers have no more fouls to give because next one puts Lyman in the 1-and-1 scenario.
Rose makes the first. It's 9-0. Lady Tigers have had only 2 field goal attempts. Friday loses the basketball, and it's going to be jump ball. Lyman will have the basketball back. Tough start here for Lander Valley with 3:54 to play in the first. 9-0 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Rose. Give it off to Gregory. Gregory inside to Sage Bradshaw. She'll try to put it up, and that's no good. Getting it is Blumel, excuse me. Donahue will cause the jump ball.
That ball will favor the Lady Tigers as we see a sub come in. Caroline Bradshaw will check into the ball game. Wells will check out for the Lady Eagles.
Donahue inbound to Bell. Bell can't get it, and another jump ball.
So we went from
yeah, 2 jump balls, back-to-back possessions. It does favor Lyman since Lander just had it.
I was confused. The official had a Lady Tiger down on the baseline to pass it in, and I was pretty sure that it was Lyman's basketball.
Friday deflects it. Bradshaw gets it right back, launches to the 3, goes to the right side. Hamilton comes up with the rebound, and we're going to have another jump ball. So the 3rd jump ball in 3 possessions. This one will go to Lander.
All within the span of what feels like a minute.
It's not even been 20 seconds. And another turnover by Lander Valley. Inside pass is looking for Bradshaw. They turn it over. Friday comes up with it. And Friday's going to be fouled by Blumel. That'll be her first. It's only the team's 3rd. Actually, I lied. That's Blumel's 2nd.
Only the 3rd team foul. As we see Morgan Anderson check into the ballgame, Blumel will check out.
It'll be Donahue to inbound for the Lady Tigers. Looking for somebody. Gives it to Hayden Goggles. Goggles high dribble. Almost got a carry there. And then she'll be fouled. A lot of whistles so far in this one.
Foul's going to go against Rose. It's going to be her 2nd personal, 4th team foul.
Shot there, no good. Caroline Bradshaw with the rebound. Sage Bradshaw looks, was looking for the underscoop pass, does get to Gregory. Gregory will kick out to Bradshaw, swing it to Sage Bradshaw, launches the 3 is good. Sage Sage Bradshaw with 6 already in the ball game. That's half of the team points for Lyman. Lander again still looking for their first score with 2:50 to play. Bell inside. Hamilton, she'll be fouled. Let's see who this is against.
We're going to give that one to Sage Bradshaw. That's going to be her first personal, 5th team foul. So next team foul puts... So Lyman's got one more to give.
11 fouls in the first quarter alone. Friday will get the inbound, top of the key, 2:40 to play. Friday looks, landed off to Goggles. Goggles now, gotta be careful that half court. Does look for the drive in for Friday. That's no good. And once again, another turnover by Lander Valley. Long pass, can't save it, is Morgan Anderson.
Good to see McFadden check into the ball game. Friday check out for the Lady Tigers.
Donahue gives it to Bell. Bring it up for the Lady Tigers. 2:20 to play in the first. 12-0 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. McFadden. Bell looks for the screen, does get it. Inside pass to Hamilton. Hamilton puts up the shot. That's a little too hard on the shot, and that's no good. Long pass there. Going to get to Gregory, and then Goggles is going to get the blocking foul, and she'll send to the free throw line Gregory.
So that throws Lyman into the bonus.
Can concur. First free throw from Gregory, no good. 5 of 9 already for Lyman at the line today. Again, Lander still looking for their first opportunity at the stripe. Gregory makes the second. And it's now 13-0. McFadden inbound, Goggles far side. Goggles trying to avoid the trap. She does. Now coming right behind is Caroline Bradshaw. Makes the steal. We'll give it off now to Rose. Rose now has that poked out. And it goes right back to Lander Valley. 1:45 to play. Bell goes baseline, loses the basketball, and that's turnover number 10 for Lander.
As we see some subs for the Lady Eagles. Haley Eldridge, Briley Bradshaw, and Paige Rose will all check back into the ballgame.
Inbound to Rose. We approach 90 seconds to play here. Rose. Give it off to Briley Bradshaw. Inside pass to Eldridge. Puts up the shot. That's no good. Hamilton will almost came up with it, but they're going to say jump ball. Man, just to count how many jump balls we've had already in the first.
Too many.
Inbound pass. There's Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to take a long 2. Goes to the other side. Bell comes up with it. Bell to McFadden. McFadden far side of Donahue. Donahue looking for Hamilton. That's a turnover right there as the Lady Eagles save it. Briley Bradshaw right there. Bell pokes it out. It'll stay with the Lady Eagles. And Riley Lyman has been controlling the offensive side from Lander. I mean, you look for the inside pass, can't get the inside pass. There's Briley Bradshaw for the shot, can't get it. Gets her own rebound, kick out to Sage Bradshaw. Swing it to Wells. Wells not going to drive in. Wells, floater up, no good. Gets her own rebound, put it back up, and then coming up is really Hamilton, and Hayden Goggles is on the ground and slow to get up. And she does get up. That was, 3 opportunities inside.
Foul goes against Hamilton. That's her first personal. 8th team foul on the Lady Tigers.
Free throw, no good for Wells. Again, went 1 of 2 in her first trip. Second free throw is good. 7 of 12 is Lyman. Goggles. Give it to Hamilton. Hamilton. Look to give it to McFadden. Turnover there. with 40 seconds to play. 14-0 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Rose to Bradshaw, 30 seconds to play. Lyman can't hold for the final if they want. And I think that's what they're going to do here, Riley, with 30 seconds to play.
Seems like that's what they're doing, is they're just passing around at the top of the arc.
Garros trying to play some hard defense, and timeout taken by Lyman. And it's going to be, let's see, a 30 or... They will just keep it at 30 here. It's a pretty loud band for a small school, you know. That's pretty loud. We're going to hear it all the way up here. You can pick it up on the headset. Hey, Lander, thanks for tuning in tonight to support LVHS Sports. Our broadcasts are made possible by great sponsors like Gamble's at 420 Main right in the middle of town. Shane Gamble's has truckloads of furniture waiting just for you, and delivery is always free within 30 miles of the store. That does include Riverton. 17.5 to play here in the first. It's only a 14-point game. I mean, again, 14-0. Be Bradshaw inbound to Rose. Rose matched up there by Goggles. Goggles going to look for Bradshaw wide open, and they're going to say offensive foul. They're trying to get that backdoor cut. Wells makes an illegal screen. It'll be Kendall McFadden inbound. 10 seconds to play. Plenty of time here. McFadden takes it herself, almost loses it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. McFadden tries to drive in, kick out the Goggles, launches the three. Can she get that buzzer? It does! Well, no better time to get your first score of the ball game on a buzzer beater. Hayden Goggles, the lone score, 14-3 after the one. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this. It's Lady Tiger Basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families. Our locally owned clinics offer a wide range of specialties like aquatic, vestibular, and pediatric therapy. On staff, we have specialists certified in dry needling, sports and orthopedic therapy, and a certified hand therapist now seeing patients both in Riverton and Lander. Our women's health specialists can help with everything from incontinence to pre- and postpartum care. Our 6 locations in western Wyoming are all built for physical and aquatic therapy. To find out more or to schedule an appointment, go to FremontTherapyGroup.com.
High Country Hearing Center supports patient hearing health care with a superior standard of practice for our Wyoming families, and we are proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. High Country Hearing Centers has been serving Wyoming's hearing health care needs.
Now, back to Lander Basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Back here on KLV as we start the second quarter. Hayden Goggles had a buzzer beater to end the first quarter, get the Lady Tigers' first score. Lincoln loses the basketball. Turnover again as we again start second quarter of play. Lander has 18 fouls to themselves. Lyman has 6. Multiple jump balls, multiple turnovers. And that's how we said with a 14-3 ball game. Caroline Bradshaw will put up the shot, no good. Anderson with the rebound. Winfield loses the basketball, let's go out of bounds. Stays with the Lady Tigers, and Winfield's playing with 2 fouls. Anderson's playing with 2 fouls.
Yeah, you've got 2 of your key players playing with 2 fouls, and it's only the start of the second.
Winfield was looking for Shoyo Ferris, and Bradshaw has a wide open lane and takes it. Jamie Shoyo Ferris in the ballgame for the first time. Brenna Lincoln in the ballgame for the first time. Lincoln will put up a floater. That's no good. Gets her own rebound. We'll try to put it up again, and that's good.
Good put back off of your own rebound there, down low.
16-5. Bradshaw. Give it to Gregory. Swing it to Briley Bradshaw for 3 and answers. Lincoln. Left side, Friday falls to the ground. And now she's slow to get up. Hopefully she's okay. It looks like she got hit in the eye. That's the way she's holding it.
Foul's going to go against Gregory. That's going to be her first personal 7th team foul, so now that puts Lander in the bonus. So both teams in the bonus here in the second quarter.
Yeah, just the 1-and-1 though. Friday at the line. 6:53 to play. Looks to convert the first 1-and-1. No good. We remain 19-5. Here's Blumel. Kick out to Gregory. Gregory going to launch a 3. Goes to the other side. Lincoln looks for the rebound and can't get it, but touching it last is Haley Blumel.
And that's just a really good box out down low by the Lady Tigers, just allowing a Lady Eagle to be able to pick that ball up.
Lincoln, top of the key. Trying to back up. Can't get it. Looks for Winfield. And I think Winfield just picked up her 3rd. And she did. And so now she has to go right back to the bench. That's a tough one. And you send a Lady Eagle to the free throw line. First 1-and-1 goes in for Bo Gregory. 20-5. Donahue going to check in. Check in for Shoyo Ferris.
It's also hard for the Lady Tigers because the next foul that goes on the team puts Lyman in the double bonus.
Second free throw good. Lincoln looks to drive in, pass it to Friday. Nice pass there. Kick out Donahue. Long 2. A little high, no good. McFadden with the rebound. Looks for Anderson, and it's going to be a turnover right there. That one's good by Caroline Bradshaw. Timeout taken by head coach Melinda Cox. Full timeout. We'll take a 30. We're back after this. 6 minutes to play. 25-5. This is Lander basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
If you're looking to get upgrades on your vehicle done with bumpers, grill guards, and bed liners, shop locally instead of traveling the extra mile to an out-of-town shop. Take it to the premier local shop here in Fremont County. Wyoming 4x4 has over 25 years of experience under the belt. Dan will take your stock truck and give it the perfect accessory makeover tailored to your vision. Stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Tigers basketball all season long on County 10's YouTube channel.
Even with some road closures, Lander's still able to make a presence in the crowd. They're kind of at the bottom from us. We're on the left side from your angle view. 23-5 with 6 minutes to play here. It's just been a tough start for Lander so far.
It's definitely been a tough start. Lyman's been in full control with this one so far, this ball game, as we've got 6 minutes left here in the second quarter.
It is going to be Lincoln, top of the key. We'll look for the inside pass to Anderson. McFadden somehow comes up with that after it was deflected. Lincoln loses the basketball. Turnover by Lander. Bradshaw was looking for Briley. Bradshaw saves it somehow, and putting it up is Haley Blumel, and she's going to be fouled and go to the line. I don't know how that is saved there.
You know, you got me there. Really good save there by the Lady Eagles.
No, we've had a few interesting things happen. JV game, it looked like the basketball went off to somebody's head and almost went in that one. Blumel makes the first, and now we have almost that save and a score.
That foul was on McFadden. That's her first personal.
Blumel makes 2 of 2. McFadden again, like you mentioned, Riley picks up her first. Double bonus now.
Haley Eldridge has checked into the ball game for the Lady Eagles.
Going to Lincoln. Inside pass, Donahue, kick back out to McFadden. McFadden looks to drive in, now to Anderson. Anderson looking for the underscore layup. That was all ball, but Brenna, looking to save it, can't get it. 2 of 8 unofficially for Lander Valley, scoring-wise. 5:22 to play. Now to Bradshaw. Bradshaw now kick out to Caroline. Bradshaw launches the three, misses everything. Donahue's just going to let that go out. Can appreciate you guys for tuning in. KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, Lander, Wyoming. Wyatt Bridgka joining alongside Riley Brouillon as we're on a two-man crew tonight. Lincoln loses it. Somehow gets it to Donahue. Give it to Friday. Friday for two is good.
Good jump shot off the corner from Friday for the 2 points for the Lady Tigers.
And just a save there to save the possession. Lady Tigers down 25-7, 4:40 to play. Eldridge tries to put up a shot. It looks like she just threw it. And the Lady Tigers have a 2-on-1. Friday going to try to drive in. Pass it to McFadden. That is up and good.
Good pass down low from Friday in the corner to McFadden down low. She steals it.
Friday comes up with it. Friday going to try to drive in, put up the shot. That's no good. And who touched it last? It's going to be Blumo who touched it last.
Really good backcourt defense there by McFadden, bringing the pressure for the Lady Tigers in the backcourt.
Trying to catch up with my stat sheet is how fast this has just gotten. McFadden will inbound. McFadden will launch it. Bradshaw comes up with the steal. Just hucks it to Wells, who will put it up and miss it. Lincoln was trying to come up with it, and she'll get knocked to the ground, and now she'll go to the line, and she's slow to get up.
It's going to be a pushing foul called down low. Foul's going to go against Rose. That's going to be her third personal, 8th team foul here in the second.
And she might have to go to the bench. We'll see, though. Lincoln at the line this season for the Lady Tigers. And she makes the first one. I was trying to get that. 67%. That was just her 10th attempt this season. We got one more free throw. She makes both, and this is a 14-point ball game. Bradshaw over the timeline. On the far side in front of the Lady Tiger bench. We'll look past right through Bradshaw. Bradshaw kick out to Rose. Rose going to try to drive in near side. Hand off to Wells. Wells. Foul there by Donahue. Either way, the official said 2 free throws. Either way, it was just going to be 2 free throws with a double bonus.
That's
19 fouls called.
Donahue's first personal.
Free throw. Good there by Wells as she makes the first. 1 foul away from 20 fouls. As Sandra St. Clair checks into the ball game. She checks out Friday. 1 more free throw to go. Free throw, front iron, no good. Anderson picks up the rebound. And Anderson will take it. Was launching it to McFadden. Does get it to her. St. Clair for 3. Good!
What a way to come into the ball game. Check in, put up a 3, and get it to go.
Well, Riley, this game just got brought down to 12. And for Lander to keep that game as close as they had in the first, Bradshaw launches the 3, can't answer. Lincoln will get fouled by Wells, and Riley with that, foul number 20. Combined together with both teams. And Lyman still 1 away from double bonus, but Riley, I mean, to keep the game as close as they did in the first, and now you're sitting at an opportunity to be down by 10 is not too shabby.
It's not bad at all for the Lady Tigers as they are slowly bringing things back together as that first one is up and is successful.
Lincoln 3 of 3, excuse me. She has made all of her free throws. Lady Tigers 3 of 4. Make that 4 of 5 now. And this has just gotten to a 10-point ball game. Biggest lead, if I'm not mistaken, it's been 15. Foul there on McFadden. And now it's going to send Rose to the charity stripe.
As McFadden picks up her second personal.
Friday going to check back into the ball game and through this first free throw. First free throw is off the back iron, no good for Rose. She did go 2 of 2 on her last trip. 53% on the season is Rose. One more, no good. Anderson with the board. Gives it to St. Clair. St. Clair going to try to push the pace, puts up a floater. That's no good. Who touched it last? It was going to be Donahue, and it'll go right back to the Lady Eagles. 3:12 to go. 26-16 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Bluemel, Eldridge on the arc, inside pass to Rose, puts up a shot, that's no good. Donahue with the rebound. And then coming up with it is Wells. And now they're gonna reset things here with 2:48 to play. Rose, top of the key. Look for the backdoor pass, that one no good, and we're gonna have a pushing foul. And I think you're gonna get Lincoln with her first.
Foul's going to go on St. Clair. That's going to be her first personal.
I apologize.
It's kind of hard to tell from up here.
Yeah, pretty high up there. I mean, not as high as you would think, just with this gym. First free throw, no good. We'll have one more left here. Usually we're about halfway down on the stands. That's what I was trying to get at. 2 of 2. Donahue gets the rebound. Lander's looking for a foul. They don't get it. It's a jump ball in. Lyman gets it right back.
See Riley Bradshaw check into the ball game for Eldridge.
Lander has put 13 points in the second.
Top of that, we're going to see Bell check into the ball game. Donahue to check out.
And basketball on the far side baseline. Inbound to Bradley Bradshaw. Swing it to Bluemel. Inside of Bradley Bradshaw. Kick out to Rose. Rose going to try to drive in, and I think that was a travel, and the FR official says so as well.
So ball goes right back in favor of the Lady Tigers. Lady Eagles playing a tight man-to-man defense.
Looking for Friday. St. Clair right there. Hands it to Friday. Friday going to put up a shot. That's no good. In the hands of Briley Bradshaw. And we got 2:20 to play. Rose, crossover, kick out back to Bluemel. Briley Bradshaw. Give it now to Wells. Wells is going to try to drive in, right back out. As Rose saved it, give it off to Bluemel for 3. Back iron, no good. And she'll put it up. That's no good either. So a few opportunities, and we're going to have a foul. And I don't know why they're saying it's on the ground. It's free throws coming up either way. And there's Lincoln's first. It actually leads to scoring with 6 in the ball game. Anna France at the line. Or excuse me, that is Harley Shabby. And she'll miss the first.
We see Hamilton check into the ball game. Friday checks out.
You're seeing what Lander's doing with the foul trouble that they're experiencing. Anderson's been playing with 2 fouls since the first. And she has gotten all the way to this point and not having to go back to the bench. Winfield with 3 fouls. We'll talk a little bit more during the halftime show. Sage Bradshaw checks back in. Took the words out of your mouth, Riley. Apologies for that one. Lincoln was looking for Bell, loses it as Caroline Bradshaw, and it goes right back to the Lady Tigers. Essentially saves the possession. Just going to redo things. Anderson, give it to Bell. Bell going to try to get it over the timeline. Does. Bell looks. St. Clair, top of the key. St. Clair going to launch it to Lincoln. Lincoln going to take a 3. Is this one good? It is! Lincoln with 9 in the ball game has cut this lead down to 8.
Good shot taken in the corner by Lincoln for the 3 points.
Bradshaw, top of the key, going to drive in, matched up there by Bell. Bradshaw puts it up, and they're going to say blocking foul first. Could have gone either way with that, I think.
Yes, Hamilton picks up the foul. That's her second personal.
25 fouls now in the first half.
that's a number that we don't really see. I haven't seen that big of a foul count from both teams in a long time.
Well, you had one. I think there's an entire game, like 25 fouls. I believe it was at the state tournament. I could be wrong. Bradshaw didn't make the first. Misses the second. Anderson with the rebound. She's got 7 rebounds in the game so far. Bell to Lincoln. Lincoln now going to try to drive in, pass it to Hamilton. Puts it up and good.
Good ball movement by the Lady Tigers. Throwing that one down low to Hamilton to get 2 points out of it from the block.
What started off as a potential blowout by Lyman has seen the Lady Tigers cut this lead to 7. Bradshaw backs out. Offensive foul. Lady Tigers get it back, and Bell looks like got hit in the mouth or the nose. She appears to be okay. And
that foul goes against Sage Bradshaw. That's her second personal, 10th team foul.
Bell going to go to the bench. Anderson stepped over the line. That's also something you don't see. There's been some things we haven't seen this season. There's a pass. Bradshaw good. Bradshaw 11 points. Lincoln gets the inbound. 9-point game. Friday. Give it to St. Clair. St. Clair. Lincoln. 3. Good! She has 12 in the ball game. And they're all in this quarter. 30-24. 34 seconds to play. Bradshaw. Rose gonna try to drive in. Kick out to Caroline Bradshaw. Pass it to Briley Bradshaw. Launches the 3. Looks for the response. No good. Anderson now. Looks. Anderson was looking for Hamilton. That's a turnover. And Lincoln, once again, slow to get up. She was trying to get the handoff. And this season, or go for it, Riley, sorry.
We're going to see Eldridge, Blumo, and Wells check into the ballgame for the Lady Eagles.
15 seconds to play. Lady Eagles most likely holding for the final shot. 30-24 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. And they're going to say 3-second violation by Lyman. The official's trying to explain it there. I wasn't sure where the 3 seconds comes from, but Lincoln, 8 seconds to play. The trap comes. Looks for Friday. Can get it there. Anderson looking for it. Loses the basketball. Wells now. Lady Eagles 1 second. Bradshaw throws it, and Lincoln fouls right at the end. And Bradshaw going to go to the line. Lincoln checks in, makes sure she's okay. And so this half is going to be extended by 2 free throws. Bradshaw at the line. Already has 11 in the ball game. First one is good. We'll have one more here, just kind of waiting for the final shot, and then both teams can go to their respective locker rooms. Bradshaw knocks in 2. And we get one more because it is a 3-point shot. Bradshaw up. It goes 3 of 3. That'll be how the first half ends. 33-24. We'll step aside. We'll be back after these messages. This is Lady Tiger Basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families. Our locally owned clinics offer a wide range of specialties like aquatic, vestibular, and pediatric therapy. On staff, we have specialists certified in dry needling, sports and orthopedic therapy, and a certified hand therapist now seeing patients both in Riverton and Lander. Our women's health specialists can help with everything from incontinence to pre- and postpartum care. Our 6 locations in western Wyoming are all built for physical and aquatic therapy. To find out more or to schedule an appointment, go to FremontTherapyGroup.com.
High Country Hearing Center supports patient hearing health care with a superior standard of practice for our Wyoming families, and we are proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. High Country Hearing Centers has been serving Wyoming's hearing health care needs since 1979. High Country Hearing Centers will always provide superior hearing instrument technology and standard of care practices to help you stay connected with family and help you maintain a more active and healthier Wyoming lifestyle. Make an appointment today in Lander at 1460 West Main or in Rock Springs at 514 Broadway.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoors.
Hey there, this is Senior Darian Bell, and I want to thank you and the entire community for being a supporter of Lander Athletics and Lander basketball this season.
Talk about two different stories in that first half. First half, 14-3 score. Lander did not score until the buzzer from Hayden Goggles, who just threw up a prayer, essentially. She had a good look, though, Riley. I mean, she had a good look to make that shot in the first quarter.
She did have a good look, and, she was in the kind of hanging out in the corner, did take the three, got it to go. So, the Lady Tigers started off slow in the first half and then brought things back in the second half. Brennan Lincoln checks into the ball game, throws up a three, and it goes in.
12 points out of the 21 in the second. And that was with Megan Winfield on the bench with 3 fouls. Annalyn Anderson was playing with 2 and could have almost had a third foul as well. It's been a foul frenzy. 27 fouls in the first half alone combined between the two teams. I don't think we've seen that this season so far.
I don't think I've seen that ever. We've seen a lot of things tonight that I don't think I've ever seen.
Well, sometimes the whistles blow a little extra on some games, and Lander versus Lyman girls is one of those scenarios that has come to play. 33-24 the score, like we mentioned. Brenna Lincoln with 12 points in leading the Lady Tigers. That was all in the second quarter. She made 4 straight free throws after she scored her first bucket, and then she connected on back-to-back threes, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 threes in that second quarter to help cut that lead down to a 9-point deficit. Riley, again, we thought this was going to just be a blowout from Lyman to start things off, just of how Lyman was controlling Lander's offense, and now we can potentially see Lander control their way of things. Again, Lander's trying to play the spoiler against Lyman. They're trying to cause Lyman to be a 3 seed or a 2 seed in this one. Again, the Lady Eagles did beat Mountain View last night in this one. For the Lady Eagles, Shades Bradshaw with 14 points in the ball game leads the Lady Eagles in that one. Riley, the opportunities as well that we've seen in the ball game. Lander is 8 of 16 unofficially from the field. Lyman, 7 of 26. Most of their points are coming from the line in this one.
Yeah, from the foul count that you said, there's 27 of them. I mean, that really shows how Lyman has gotten all their points, and not all 27 have been on Lander, but it still goes to show that that's just how many times Lander has fouled Lyman in the first half.
Yeah, Lander had 16 team fouls in the first half, and unfortunately one on the very end that sent Sage Bradshaw, the leading scorer, to the free throw line, knocked in 3 straight threes at the buzzer in that one. And Riley, again, 17 points of Lyman's 33 have come from the line in this one so far.
And that's something to look at, is you don't really see, and I feel like a broken record because I've said this all season, but you don't really see scores like that as the first half of your points coming from just the free throw line.
Yeah, I would concur on that one. 5 minutes left to go here. Riley, we're going to step aside. We're going to come back after these messages, give you guys a little snippet of what is to come in the boys game. This is Lander Basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
The Lander community supports the LVHS Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish. And they'll make sure you get the look and feel of your dreams. Altitude Interiors supports Tiger Athletics, and they're here for you too at 333 Main Street in Lander.
This is Lillian Hamilton from the Lander Tiger basketball team, and you're listening to the home of Lander sports this season on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM on county10.com.
This camera angle doesn't do justice to how base this fan is. Ginormous. We just thought it would be kind of weird to show that, but rather you can reset the camera now on that one.
I need some paperweights for my roster.
I know, it's literally blowing our papers. We're far from it too. I mean, it's on this side of the court, but we the camera doesn't do how big this fan is. We're trying to have fun in the final game of the regular season. This one, again, action does not end this week. There is regional tournament basketball next week as well. Riley, this game coming up, it's a big one. Number 1 seed on the line for the boys. Whoever wins in that one. Lander is 1 loss in the quad. Lyman has 2 losses in their quad. Or if I'm not mistaken, they either have 1 or 2. Either way, you win and you get the number 1 seed, and depending on how things go, you either get Thermopolis or a level in the first round.
Yeah, and that's big for Lander. I mean, just to have the 1 seed and be able to play for that is something else. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between the two, because there's going to be a lot of pressure between both teams.
Yeah, Lyman didn't have their first kind of 60-point outing until the game against Lander, and we talked with head coach Stu Mullins. We're going to give you guys that pregame interview as, again, the Lander boys are warming up there. The Lady Tigers have not exited the locker room yet, so they're probably getting a little more talking to than normal. Usually they'd be out by now. Sixby trying to dunk it as you're seeing the warm-ups in this one. Riley, I mean, again, just a big game here, and we're going to have that action for you guys again live on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, and streaming video on the County 10 YouTube channel. That game was actually supposed to start at 6 p.m. That is obviously not going to happen. Some of the games kind of took a little bit longer in this one. Riley, let's take our final time out here. Second half action coming up, 33-24. We're back after this on the County 10 Sports Network.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's pregame show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars into one of the most in-demand technical careers. From classic cars to ones that park themselves, CWC's expert automotive instructors combine state-of-the-art technology, small class sizes, and one-on-one attention to help you earn your certification in automotive service excellence. Apply now for several scholarships available only to our automotive students. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of automotive technicians.
Wind River Internet is proud to deliver quality, high-speed internet to businesses and residents across Fremont County. Wind River Internet is the sponsor for the County 10 live stream and sports in our community. Enjoy high-definition broadcasts. Brought to you by Wind River Internet. They also provide reliable phone services that can help you stay in touch with the important people in your life. Experience greater connection today. To get a quote and start enjoying fast, reliable services, call 307-857-2004. That's 857-2004. Or windriverinternet.com.
Hey Tiger fans, this is senior Megan Winfield and you're listening to Lander Valley Basketball on County 10.
Back here on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, also streaming online on the County 10 YouTube channel. As we get set for the second half of play, 33-24 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. with 8 minutes on the clock, and we are underway. Bell. Near side. Looks. Again, Winfield playing with 3 fouls. It's the same starting 5 in the original, and there's a 5-second violation.
It's an interesting way to start out the third quarter for the Lady Tigers as the officials started the 5 count pretty early.
Turnover number 16 for Lander Valley. We'll find out if the foul count goes up. We're a little bit lower than we saw in the first half. Inside pass. Gregory gets it good and going. And the Lady Eagles on the board to start the second half of play, excuse me. Bell looks, give it to McFadden. McFadden now. Give it to Hamilton, swing it to Winfield. Near side. Look as the Lady Tigers again for a radio audience going right to left. Lyman going left to right. Turnover by Lander again as we approach a minute into this one. Bradshaw. Give it off to Blumel. Blumel going to try to drive in right side. Now goes left. Anderson with the rejection. And there's something we haven't seen actually, and we're going to have a travel by Hamilton. That's going to be a turnover by Lander. So already right off the bat for Lander, 2 turnovers. Inbound to Gregory. Wells. That's a charity stripe. We'll give it to Bradshaw. Again, Riley, we mentioned Bradshaw not playing that first game. She had tape on her shoulder. Saw her in a sling in that first game. Blumel, Bradshaw launches a 3 from deep. Rolls on the iron, no good. And fighting for the basketball is Hamilton and Blumel. The possession here a little favor Lyman. See Gregory just kind of get away from that one. And so sometimes the officials are letting them play. Winfield could have been just called for a 4th foul there, and luckily it sees McFadden over the timeline. We'll try to drive in here, pass it to Hamilton. Hamilton to Bell, top of the key, has that poked out. Coming up with it is Blumel. Blumel now puts up the shot and good. Blumel with 6 in the ball game so far. Winfield, deep 3. And we got an offensive foul on Hamilton. Let's see her second.
Like you said, her second personal. Going to see some subs check into the ball game. Donahue and Goggles will check into the ball game for the Lady Tigers.
Goggles hit a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter. I mean, both Lander teams are just a story of buzzer beaters. Feels like. Especially the Lander boys who've had 3 against this team in the first 3 quarters to keep themselves in that one. Bradshaw from deep 3 is good. Sage Bradshaw is over her average now at 16 points. Winfield loses, falls to the ground, and are they going to say travel? No, they're going to say jump ball. And now Winfield, she's slow to get up. She might just play it out. She can back in. She's still hobbling. Goggles. Winfield going to take a 3. That's no good. Anderson right there for the putback.
Good putback by Anderson down low.
Anderson first score. That is her first score of the ball game. Gregory, give it out to Wells. Wells launches the 3. That's no good. Blumel get it back. Sage Bradshaw on the far side. She'll back it up, reset things here for the Lady Eagles. 40-26. And we're going to have a foul. Who is this going to be against? And I think Winfield just picked up her 4th. And that is the case. And immediately storming to the bench in frustration.
We'll see a couple Lady Eagles check into the ball game. Eldridge Rose.
Inbound. Almost turned over there by Lyman. 40-26. Is Lyman so far, but that's a shot no good. Comes up with it. Bradshaw for three, no good. Anderson with the rebound. There are a couple attempts there, and be out of bounds. You know, big risk there by the Lyman band to have the drum set down there. But, you know, the band's been playing loud. Can't blame them. Goggles loses the basketball, turnover, and then comes up with it, and then right back to the Lady Eagles as Bradshaw will push the pace, drive in, and they're going to say foul on Anderson. That will be your third, if I'm not mistaken. Or did they just give that to McFadden? They did.
They gave that one to McFadden down low. That's her third personal.
I thought with Anderson getting ready for the charge, you would think she would have got it, but I gotta not assume the foul anymore as Bradshaw makes the first. I always try to get a little ahead of things, but the officials.
I know you get excited, but slow down a little bit.
Second free throw is good. Get a substitution coming in. As Rounds is going to check into the ball game. Sorry, apologies. Addison Rounds.
Coming up from the freshman squad.
Three no good there. We're also seeing quite a few. Owen Hansen in the ball game as well for the first time. And the Lady Eagles get it right back. 4:07 to play. Inbound Eldridge puts it up and good. Haley Eldridge has three in the ball game. Rounds has brought it up. Give it to St. Clair. Drive in, makes a spin, pass out to Anderson. Pump fake two. Back to St. Clair. Almost loses that. Goggles. Drives in, goes baseline. Almost stepped out there. Donahue gets it. Donahue to Goggles. Goggles drive in, put up shot, no good. And a deep pass to Sage Bradshaw, and she'll just bring it right back out as the defense closes in. Caroline Bradshaw, cross-court pass that off now up to Hansen. Hansen three, no good. Anderson with 11 rebounds unofficially. Goggles. Gets a screen from Anderson, looks for the inside pass and turns it over. Right idea, just turn the ball over. Under 3 to play, 44-26. Landers only scored 2 points in the quarter so far. Bradshaw looks for the backdoor cut to Caroline Bradshaw. That's no good, loses the basketball. Donahue comes up with it, turnover by the Lady Eagles. St. Clair pushing the pace. St. Clair launches it two, off the back iron, no good. Eldridge comes up with it. And then almost losing it is Hansen. Goggles tries to poke it out. She does get the steal. Goggles giving it to Rounds, and then Rounds loses it, and then we got a hot potato for the basketball. Rounds from behind the back will give it off. Goes up to Donahue, and then Donahue will travel with it. Good effort there by the Lady Tigers. Will get the turnover. Again, only 2 points by Lander Valley in the quarter so far. 2:17 to play. Blumel. Give it to Eldridge, and she will travel with it. Is Blumel. $18-point deficit right now. Rounds. Getting the inbound, take it over the timeline. Rounds to Goggles. They go to the far side. Goggles going to launch it to Anderson. Anderson was trying to poke it out to, I think she was trying to give it out to Donahue quickly. She had two defenders on her.
As we see Shoyo Ferris check into the ball game for the Lady Tigers. Anderson will check out.
2 minutes to play. Inbound. Rounds comes up with it, and she's going to be pushed. It's going to be Rose with the foul, or hold on, let me wait on this one. Looked like an easy foul. I just wanted to make sure I'm correct there.
Foul does go against Rose. That's her 4th personal. First team foul here in the 3rd.
And she's staying in the ball game. Rounds. Drives in. We'll give it off to Goggles. Goggles. Can she drive in, put up a score? Eldridge with the deflection, and then a double dribble on Blumel.
Really good defense there by Shoyo Ferris down low on the baseline as she basically just boxed out
Eldridge. And Goggles will inbound it to Shoyo Ferris. Shoyo Ferris drives in, puts up the shot, and you could have had a travel or a foul, and they called the foul on Lyman. That's going to be their 2nd team foul on this one.
Foul's going to go against Blumel. That's going to be her 3rd personal.
Foul count sits at 6 for anybody counting the fouls after the first half. Shoyo Ferris puts up the first free throw and good. That's her first points of the ball game. That's just the 3rd for Lander Valley. Free throw, good. 44-28. Inbound. Go to Blumel. Brown's just trying to put a little pressure. Backs up. Blumel. At the top of the key. Looks. Give it off to Gregory. Back to Blumel. Puts up the shot. That's going to go over the rim. I go out of bounds. Last touch there by the Lady Eagles. As the crowd the crowd continues to pack in, Shoyo Ferris got to watch out. Blumel right behind. Shoyo Ferris keeps it, and she'll get the foul, and she'll go back to the line to shoot a pair.
Shoyo Ferris going back to back on drawing some fouls down low. Eldridge will be called on the foul. That's her first personal, 3rd team foul.
First free throw. Looking to keep that 100%. Does. Shoyo Ferris entering this game only shot 1 free throw and made it. So her average gets to stay at 100 depending on this free throw coming up.
Yes, we see Morgan Anderson check into the ball game for the Lady Eagles.
Final free throw coming. And Shoyo Ferris keeps it at 100%. 14-point deficit here for the Lady Tigers. They'll need to overcome with the final 1:13 to play here in the 3rd, and then you got 8 more minutes in the 4th. Almost stolen there by the Lady Tigers. Putting up shot there is no good, and getting the foul is, going to the free throw line is Morgan Anderson. Shoyo Ferris slow to get up as she was trying to close in on the shot. Anderson going to check back in here. Shoyo Ferris did pick up the foul, though. Anderson looking for her first points of the ball game here. And the 12th point in the quarter. It does for Lyman.
So we see Anderson check into the ball game. Shoyo Ferris to check out for the Lady Tigers.
We're seeing Brenna Lincoln exit the locker room with tape on her knee. Just to tell you how physical this game has gotten. I mean, it's been physical really all season for Lander Valley. 46-30. Goggles to McFadden. McFadden going to try to spin, put up a shot, no good. Going to end up in the hands of Wells. Rose to Gregory. Gregory on the near side will pass it off now. So we got a new Lady Eagle checking. I believe we actually got that number now. Number 23, Fallon Youngberg. So again, we had a number the last time these two teams played, and we didn't get the correct name in an updated roster. Fallon Youngberg is in.
Yeah, Zanderson picked up her first foul. 14th foul on the Eagles.
See, Georgia Chance had the basketball, who's in for the first time. Goggles has got McFadden wide open for 2. Gets it in and good with the final 30 seconds ticking. 46-32. Chance trying to play some full court pressure. He's going to let Rose get over the line. Wells 15 seconds to play. Lyman can't hold for the final shot. Inside pass to Gregory. Goggles swats it out. Goggles trying to push the pace, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Youngberg. If I'm not mistaken, Riley, we have seen every Lady Eagle play in this ball game so far.
You are correct.
That is on our roster, excuse me. Goggles, 7 seconds. Goggles continues, drives, puts up the shot, was looking for the foul, can't get it, out of bounds. And she shows a little frustration. 2.6 to play. Wells gonna launch it full court. Anderson gets it, and chucking up the shot is Youngberg, can't get it though. And we have 8 more minutes of the regular season for the Lady Tigers, 46-32. They did have a 21-point second quarter. Could they match that in the fourth? We'll find out after this timeout on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM on the County 10 Sports Network.
Xander's One Stop of Lander wishes the best of luck to all student athletes in sports teams throughout Fremont County. Xander's One Stop has it all: clean gas, ethanol-free fuel, diesel, a variety of household and automotive needs. Stop in for the very best in snacks, lunch, dinner, and much more. Plus, the best liquor selection. And now lottery tickets for the Cowboy Draw, Mega Millions, Powerball, and Lucky for Life. It's all here at Xander's One Stop, 730 East Main, Lander.
Keeping you connected with Tiger Basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
Tiger Basketball brought to you by Wyoming Catholic College, the sponsor of our academic spotlight every game. The college salutes all the students and staff at LVHS and wishes them well this school year. Student of the Week goes to Addison Howlock from LVHS. Again, your Student of the Week from LVHS, brought to you by Wyoming Catholic College. Also, we got a big shout out to Bailey Tyranado. The clock doesn't, or tonight's broadcast doesn't end when the clock runs out. Stick around for the Bailey Tyranado post-game show. As Bailey's employs 130 Fremont County residents, always looking for career-minded individuals in a variety of departments. Check out GoWithBailey.com. Final 8 minutes here in this one. Winfield, St. Clair, Lincoln, Goggles, and Anderson. The 5 for the Lady Tigers. Winfield playing with 4 fouls. St. Clair going to launch a 3. That hits back iron, no good. Lincoln's right there, but Winfield was trying to come up with it, and it goes out of bounds. 46-32, 7:47 to play. The Lady Tigers just trying to play spoilers for seeding. They will know one of 2 teams they'll play next week. Bradshaw puts it up and good. Sage Bradshaw with 21 in the ball game. Winfield looks for the inside pass. It goes right through the hands, of Adeline Anderson, and that's a turnover.
Good pass attempt. Unfortunately, Anderson loses it in the breadbasket.
Bradshaw comes to the near side. Give it off to Blumel. Blumel will swing it to Bradshaw. 3, good. 51-32. Anderson looks to drive in, put up the shot, and it's good. Anderson with 4 in the ball game.
Good drive from Anderson, making her own lane down low.
Got to start forcing Lyman to have some empty possessions here with the final 6:30 to play. They've been able to score on pretty much most possessions. Bradshaw drive in, put a little side hook shot, and gets it in and good. Now Bradshaw with 26. St. Clair. Inside, Anderson putting up the 2 and 1. She'll have an opportunity.
Good pass inside, good shot up and good from Anderson to send her to the line to shoot one more. Possibly get 3 points out of this one, as McFadden will check into the ball game and Lincoln will check out.
Yeah, Anderson going to the free throw line, has 6 in the ball game, looking for number 7. And she's 3 points away from a double-double. 6:10 to play. 53-37. It's a 16-point deficit for the Lady Tigers. Bradshaw. Give it off down to Blumel. Blumel will swing it right back to Bradshaw. Now pass it to Wells, and she'll turn it over. McFadden in the ball game. She did substitute Lincoln. Goggles. Lose it, and they're going to say jump ball. It'll favor Lyman. And Lady Tigers, again, like we mentioned, Riley, got to start forcing some empty possessions for Lyman. Here's Blumel. We'll back up on top of the arc. Here's the cut by Wells. Wells right there. Anderson's going to have the foul, and she doesn't like the call. And now Anderson, I believe, sits with 4 foul. Or no, excuse me, she'll have 3.
Shooting 2, Ashton Wells.
And both teams don't have a foul to give.
Yeah, and that hurts both teams as we await the free throws, but neither team has a foul to give. Next one puts either one into the 1-and-1 scenario as that first one's up and no good.
21 of 34 is Lyman, 9 of 10 for Lander. 21 points for Lyman have come from the charity stripe tonight.
And most of those were from the first quarter.
Yeah, or first half, actually. And now it's going to be Lyman with the foul. Wells will get called for it after just missing both free throws. She'll have her third. So send Hayden Goggles to the charity stripe. And she's looking for her first score since hitting the buzzer beater in the first.
Yeah, as we see Rose and Gregory check into the ball game for the Lady Eagles.
First free throw. Again, these are 1-and-1s too. That's why everybody was moving there. We forgot to clarify that. Hayden Goggles will get one more attempt here. 86% from the line this season. Will miss the second one. Gets her own rebound. Goggles passes to Anderson. Nice pass, and Anderson will have 2 shots.
Good pass down low from Goggles, getting her own rebound to just trying to hand it off to Anderson as she had a lane.
Cut this lead to 13, potentially. Anderson will miss the first, though. Now you can cut it down to 12. Second free throw is good. I apologize, 14-point lead. Bradshaw will cross the timeline. Backs up. Give it to Gregory. Gregory. Pass it to Caroline Bradshaw. Matched up there by St. Clair. Underhand to Bradshaw for 3. Good. And she's making the deep shots too.
She's taken quite a few of them, and a lot of them gone in.
And Winfield was looking for underhand score, couldn't get it. And then we got a full timeout taken by, what was it, Lyman? It is taken by Lyman. 56-39, 5:01 to play here in the Lady Tigers' final regular season game. We'll step aside and be back after this.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
Catch the game on your phone or the comfort of your home living room. Tiger Basketball is streaming all season long on County 10's YouTube channel.
Well, timeout was taken by Lyman, and they only used about 30 seconds of that timeout. They were celebrating a milestone, I believe, for Sage Bradshaw. And usually when you have the basketball, it's usually the 1,000 points scored in a high school career. But I won't confirm that or anything, but usually that's how the case goes. And Fremont County's seen a few this season. Most notably, I think the most recent one was Alex Mills of Shoshone. Got the 1,000 points. Demi Stauffenberg got it last season for the Lady Tigers. And Brenna Lincoln is back on the court. Lincoln, Goggles, Anderson, Winfield, and McFadden. And we're going to have, I believe, a foul on Goggles.
Goggles does pick up her second personal, which throws Lyman into the 1-and-1 scenario.
It will be Paige Rose, who is 2 of 4. Now 2 of 5. Anderson gets the rebound. Let's start cutting down this lead here. Goggles going to try to take it herself. Underhand is no good. And again, Winfield can't play aggressive defense because of the 4 fouls. She'll take a 3. That's in and out. And coming up with it is Rose. Had a good look, too, just in and out. 4:30 to play, 56-39. Eldridge will give it off now to Bradshaw, Sage Bradshaw, who misses that one. It'll be Goggles with the rebound. Goggles loses it. Bradshaw now loses it. Who comes up with it in the end? And Lincoln's trying to come up with it, and finally ends up in the hands of Bradshaw. That was Rose who couldn't get the score. It is Lady Tiger basketball. McFadden over the timeline, give it to Goggles. Goggles thought about a 3, now tries to drive in. Back out Lincoln. Lincoln for 3, had 12 in the second. Can't knock in that one. Here's Sage Bradshaw and Megan Winfield fouled and saying she tipped it. And that is Megan Winfield's 5th foul. And she was saying she tipped it, but that might have... You can just see the frustration, too. I mean, wasn't able to really get consistent minutes in the ball game. And the 5 fouls proves it. And we're going to see 4 Lady Tigers check in. Alan Anderson will stay out for the Lady Tigers.
You'll see Friday, Bell, Hamilton, and Donahue check in for the Lady Tigers.
Going to have a substitution for Sage Bradshaw after the free throws. First free throw is good. Sage Bradshaw now has a 30-point game in this one. And we're going to see a whole new 5 for Lyman. Yeah, Lyman, all new 5 out there. Give you more on those. Riley Madsen was the one who was originally going to come in for Bradshaw Friday. Give it to Hamilton. Hamilton now. We'll try to drive in. Back out to Friday. Friday. Swing it to Donahue. Donahue now. Give it to Anderson. Anderson goes kind of a 180 and can't get the shot, but she'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. So we were mentioning Youngberg is in there for the Lady Eagles, followed by Saby. You also have France in the ball game as Anderson makes the first.
Hanson picks up her first personal.
That's the 19th foul by Lyman. Anderson going to knock in the next one. And now Anderson officially has a double-double in this ball game. Over the timeline is Hanson. Matched up there by Bell. Bell trying to get the steal. Can't get it, though. Give it to Youngberg. Anderson tries to poke it out. Bell does then there. And now coming up with it is Youngberg. Misses the shot there. And finally, and all the way in the end, it's Madsen with it. Youngberg to Madsen, near side. Madsen will pass it out to Youngberg. Youngberg's got a wide open lane, takes the shot. She'll be fouled and go to the line.
We'll see Lincoln check in after the first free throw.
Foul's on Donahue. It'll just be her second. Youngberg's first free throw is good. We'll have one more.
So Lincoln checks in, Anderson checks out.
One more free throw. And that's no good. Bell comes up with the rebound. Bell, drive in, spin shot, rolls, no good. Friday will be called for the double dribble. The Lady Tigers, again, they will play until the final whistle. They just always want to put in 100% here. 2:30 to play here. Youngberg will look to drive in here. Give it off now to Hansen. She will try to drive in. That's no good. Gets her own rebound. France to Youngberg. Swing it now to Hansen. Hansen's going to launch a three. Misses everything. Donahue comes up with it. Donahue loses it. Turnover by the Lady Tigers. It goes right back to Youngberg. Youngberg floater up and good. She's got 3 already since she's checked in. Lincoln, and timeout taken by head coach Melinda Cox, 30 seconds. Let's take a 30-second timeout, Riley. We're back after this. 61-41, 1:43 left to play.
If you're looking to get upgrades on your vehicle done with bumpers, grill guards, and bed liners, shop locally. Instead of traveling the extra mile to an out-of-town shop, take it to the premier local shop here in Fremont County. Wyoming 4x4 has over 25 years of experience under the belt. Dan will take your stock truck and give it the perfect accessory makeover tailored to your vision. Stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Now, back to Lander basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Some more players to get some opportunities. Jamie Shoyo Ferris, Sandra St. Clair, Addison Rounds, Hayden Goggles, and Georgia Chance. The 5 for the Lady Tigers to most likely wrap this one up as you were hearing the Tequila song played by the Lyman High School band. Again, 1:40 here left to go in this one. Chance loses the basketball. It's going to be turned over there by Lander Valley. Here's Hansen, puts up the shot. That's no good. Chance comes up with the that's Rounds with the rebound and a foul. I can tell you the foul count has not gotten lower, but a little bit lower than last time. We sit with 19 fouls.
Definitely not as high as what it was in the first half. That's for sure.
Carly Saby with the foul. As Addison Rounds at the free throw line will make the first one. Got one more free throw here from Rounds. We'll put it up and good. Goes 2 of 2 from that trip. Georgia Chance was trying to steal it, loses it out of bounds though, but again, putting in the effort for the Lady Tigers. And timeout taken by Jason Hansen of the Lady Eagles. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it right here. Again, tonight's broadcast doesn't end when the clock runs out. Stick around for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Bailey's employs over 130 Fremont County residents and is always looking for career-minded individuals and to work in a variety of departments. Check out gowithbailey.com to learn more. Also, your scoreboard tonight is brought to you by Fremont Therapy in Riverton and Lander for more than 25 years. Fremont Therapy has been Fremont County's leader in physical and occupational therapy. They are proud to provide experienced clinicians and support all their athletes and their families. They wish all Fremont County teams well this season. Only one more week after this one for 1A, 2A. 3A, 4A has one more left. Long pass. Ends up in the hands of Madsen. She'll lose it.
Kind of an interesting play there. Football pass just past half court.
Here's Hayden Goggles inbound to Rounds, and she'll bring it up. Final 80 seconds approaching in this one. The Lady Tigers, will go 0-5 in conference plays. There steps out of bounds is Hansen. They'll go 0-6 in conference play. Again, they were already the number 4 seed in the 3A Southwest. Jamie Shoyo-Ferris with the inbound, puts it up and good.
Good drive there from Shoyo-Ferris down low for the 2 points.
This is Hansen. She'll bring it up for the Lady Eagles. Drives in, and Goggles will cause a foul, and that will be her third. 61-45. Pending the 2 free throws upcoming for Hansen. And Lyman will go, I believe, 4-2 in conference play. Hansen makes the first one. Again, they did pull off the upset, you'd think, against Mountain View. Just their second loss of the season are the Lady Buffaloes, and they will also get to host too, so home court advantage for Mountain View. Second free throw, no good. Jamie Shoyo-Ferris with the rebound. And Shoyo-Ferris will give it off to St. Clair. St. Clair. And we'll double travel with that one. Double dribble, travel. Either call. Ball bounced on the ground. 52.2 to play. Will be Lyman basketball. Inbound will go to Youngberg. Goggles playing the defensive pressure. 45 seconds to play. As the Lady Tigers will end the season 6 and I believe 17. I gotta make sure I get my correct information here. 6-17 on the season. Be Lady Tiger basketball now. Goggles looks for Shoyo-Ferris, turns it over. And goes right. Or are they going to say Lady Tiger basketball? No, excuse. Do you say Lady Tiger basketball?
Got an update for the CWC women's basketball game. 40-42 at half. CWC is down against Northwest.
Yeah, got a win against Eastern Wyoming, if I'm not mistaken. Last week, Shoyo-Ferris puts it up top of the backboard, and they're going to say it will not count. Either way, it doesn't go in.
Just 24 seconds to go. 62-45 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Lady Eagles on top.
Youngberg will give it off now to Anderson. Back to Youngberg. Youngberg swinging out to Saby. Saby out to France. France has it poked out. Takes it all the way. It's no good. And Anderson loses it. It will stay with Lyman, though.
Ball does stay with Lyman. 2.9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And with that, I'm going to try to do the last second shot, but that will do it. 62-45 your final. What's up aside? I gave you guys a Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Right into the Porter's Tailgate show after this.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
The Lander community supports the LVHS Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish. And they'll make sure you get the look and feel of your dreams. Altitude Interiors supports Tiger Athletics, and they're here for you too at 333 Main Street in Lander.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate in a way that would make our clients' lives as easy and uninterrupted as possible. They've completed many transactions involving residential, commercial, vacant lots, farm and ranch, and investment properties, and can help you with any goal you might have regarding any of these today. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors, 938 West Main Street, Riverton. See them online at remaxriverton.com.
It's time now for the Bailey's Tire and Auto postgame show on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, and the County 10 Sports Network.
It was 62-45, your final score in Lyman. The Lady Tigers fall in their final regular season game of the year before the regional tournament that will take place in Mountain View just less than a week from today. Taking a look at some final numbers, Riley, in this one. The Lady Tigers were trying to make a comeback in that second half, but a 21-point second quarter and only scoring 19 points in the second half might spell the story of this one.
Yeah, the Lady Tigers definitely tried to come back in the second half as they did in the first half. Unfortunately, they fall in this one, but you got to really give them credit to them. They were down a lot of points in the first half. They were down
big, almost, I believe, 15 or more.
They were down 15 or more, like you said, and then they came back with it. And unfortunately, like I said, they did fall in this game, but they did bring it back to a reasonable score.
How about a 21-point second quarter? Brenna Lincoln scores 12 in the loss to lead the way for the Lady Tigers. Adeline Anderson finishes with a double-double, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 10 points. McFadden with 4. You have Joyo Ferris with 6, St. Clair with 3, you have Friday with 2, Hamilton with 2, you had Goggles with 4, you had Rounds for 2 as well in the ball game. For the Lady Eagles, it was led by Sage Bradshaw, 31 points in the ball game, followed by Bluemel with 6, Gregory with 5, Bradshaw with 5, Wells with 3, Hanson with 1, Saby with 1, Morgan Anderson with 2, Paige Rose with 2. Lyman would shoot 15 of 45 unofficially. Lander shot 13 of 29. 13 of 16 from the charity stripe line. Riley, 24 of 40 for Lyman in that one. 24 points coming from the line tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a lot to handle.
I mean, when you're sending the team to the line, I mean, we counted, 27 fouls in the first half, and I believe it was almost 20, if not 19, in that one so far. And that will do it here for the quick Tire and Auto post-game show. A 60-second timeout. Give you guys the Porter's Tailgate Show after this.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's pregame show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars into one of the most in-demand technical careers. From classic cars to ones that park themselves, CWC's expert automotive instructors combine state-of-the-art technology, small class sizes, and one-on-one attention to help you earn your certification in automotive service excellence. Apply now for several scholarships available only to our automotive students. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of automotive technicians.
Now, back to the Porter's Tailgate Show on the County 10 Sports Network.
Well, Riley, it's a top 5 matchup. 4th-ranked team versus the 5th-ranked team. A number 1 seed in the Southwest Quad on the line. Number 1 seed of the first round of the regional tournament. It's Lander versus Lyman. Lander ranked number 5 after dropping down this week in the rankings. Lyman dropped 1 spot in front of Lander. And Riley, again, it just does not get any better than this in the regular season.
Definitely doesn't get better than this in the regular season, and especially a game to end on. Going for the first place seed and going into regionals.
I was going to read this Facebook post by Lander Valley. 95 days, 56 practices, and 20 games later brings us here. And I'm glad, again, we're here to call this one, Riley. Lyman did defeat Mountain View yesterday, I believe, 43-33, if I'm not mistaken, was the score. They did get 2 wins last week against Powell and Level, in that one. Lander did defeat Thermopolis by 41 points, probably their biggest margin of victory of the season. They did fall to Moreland on Saturday, 62-43, but Riley, 3/4 of that game, Lander was keeping pace.
Lander was keeping pace, and that was the game with the outstanding buzzer beaters that we saw 3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row, all in 3 in the first 3/4 of the ball game in this one. Since 2006, Lander leads the series 20-7. Lyman has won the last 2 games by a total of 10 points combined in the last 2 matchups. That dates back to 2 seasons ago in that one. First time Lyman scored 60 points all year long was that matchup against Lander, where they won 65-61. Lander's last win comes on February 4th, 2021. They won 73-57. Last time they were here, Riley, there was some officiating controversy. Again, I'm not going to get too much into that because, again, we're up here, we're not down there in that one, and that was a tough one for Lander to lose in that one, even though it was a non-conference game at that time in this one.
You know, I wasn't here last year, so I didn't get to see that game, but you know, having heard stories of it and everything else, it's just going to be a good matchup between the 2 teams. Two very strong teams.
Barry Hill in his first season as the boys' head coach. He's been a part of the program for 11 years. Not bad for a 14-7 record to start your first year coaching. Again, both teams with 1 loss in the conference play. And again, this is their final regular season game as well in this one. Again, McCoy Smith too, Riley, another story we'll add on. 1,000 points he scored not long ago this season. And we're going to step aside with that. When we come back, we have head coach Stu Mullins for a pregame interview. We'll give you guys that interview after this on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM Lander, Wyoming. Also on the County 10 Sports Network on YouTube and Facebook.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Palace Pharmacy of Lander is proud to be this year's starting lineup sponsor and supports athletics all across Fremont County. Palace Pharmacy in Lander is locally owned and locally loved. Palace Pharmacy combines high-quality products with personalized care. They strive to help you reach your health and wellness goals. Stop into Palace Pharmacy, 1255 Main Street, Lander, or see them online at palacepharmacywy.com.
Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care support Fremont County athletics. We are a locally owned, multi-specialty healthcare group that is proud to serve the Lander and Riverton communities. Our goal is to provide convenient quality care for all ages. We offer a wide array of services including family and internal medicine, pediatrics, women's care, and urgent care. Additionally, we have on-site labs, echocardiograms, stress tests, x-ray, and ultrasound in both communities. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care are here for you in Fremont County. Let's stay healthy together.
Keeping you connected with Tiger Basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
Sports Network here with head coach Stu Mullins of the Lander Tigers. And coach, just kind of recap a little bit, just a quick summary of last week.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. You know, we knew the storm was coming, and we knew how important this game was to get in, and so you know, our administration was like, you want to go earlier? And we were like, whatever, you know, we'll do whatever we need to do to get the game in. And Lyman was willing to accommodate us. And so, you know, we obviously didn't make it. And then, you know, was able to practice Tuesday, and then Wednesday, you know, snow was so bad and the school was closed. And so we weren't technically able to practice Wednesday. You know, and then Thursday with 1A regionals, you know, kind of threw us off with, you know, our practice schedule. And so, and typically we practice Thursday mornings, and we couldn't get to school because of the late start. So we had to practice in the evening, but we just talked about it, you know, just kind of embracing the conditions, and you got to do kind of some crazy stuff in Wyoming, and the kids rolled with it, and I think they're fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, just because of what is on the line tonight, and just how did the players go throughout this week too, as well for you?
It was just a great week of practice. Especially Monday and Tuesday, I thought was really our good work week. And it was kind of nice to be able to just prepare for one team, a very important team that we got to play. So I think they're dialed into what we're going to try to do tonight, and hopefully it goes well.
You mentioned how big this game is. Obviously, or the quad championship on the line. But what do you know about Lyman the first time, and what you've seen since, and what's going to be that game plan going in?
Well, I was telling their radio that I felt like that was probably one of the better played basketball games that both teams probably played. One team had to win. And unfortunate for us, it was them. But we had a 2-point lead with 50 seconds left to play in that game. So it's very, very evenly matched teams. They've got some size and they've got some experience. I watched their senior night last night. I think they had 8 guys walk out there. So they're going to obviously be excited to hold home court, and with actually the extra motivation of getting that 1 seed is huge too.
And take away the 1 seed, take away what's on the line, but what about just momentum-wise, just heading into regionals? How big is that for you?
It's big. We kind of talked about it last week. I thought it was big last year too. I thought we were playing our best basketball at the end of the year, and then we go and stub our toe in the first round. But so I think it's really who can stay focused and execute and really make shots. I mean, that sounds super simple, but at this time of year, if everybody's pretty dialed in defensively, but if you can make shots that you typically take and make, then you're going to be right there. You're going to be fine, and so that's hopefully our case tonight.
Defense, offense, what's going to be the more emphasized thing, especially with everything going on tonight?
I think defense. If we can get them back to their average, which, looking at it, is about 48, 49 points per game, and we feel we would be good with that, if they get up into the 60s again, that's difficult for us anyways, but you don't want to do that on their home floor. So that was really the biggest key this week in practice was, how could we limit certain guys? How could we, take away certain things? So, I think that will be the biggest thing.
Perfect, Coach. Thank you for your time. We'll try to talk to you after the game.
Awesome. Thanks.
Back here on the County 10 Sports Network. Back here on KOVE again, we're just going to have to move along as well as the starting lineups getting set here for this matchup. Again, it's the biggest one of the season for the Tigers with a number 1 seed on the line. We're going to bring you your starting lineup brought to you by Palace Pharmacy, locally owned and locally loved. Stop in at Palace Pharmacy today or visit them at palacepharmacywy.com. We're going to start with the Lander Tigers in their road black uniforms, white numbers, white letters with the green stripe and green accent on their uniforms. It's going to be the same lineup as last week. It will be number 3, Casey McClung, who's going to be in his 3rd game back after an injury. Wearing number 10, a senior, Braden Lincoln. Junior, wearing number 15, Bennett Washburn. Wearing number 23, a senior, Brennan Stauffenberg. And number 24, a senior, Abe Lopez. Again, black road uniforms for the Tigers in this one. And now for the Lyman Eagles starting lineup.
Try and hurry and do this before they turn the lights off.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're ready for it, but we are now. So.
Starting with number 2, we've got McCoy Smith. Number 3, Brigham Fannis. Number 4, Carter Bradshaw. Number 11, Gage Nielsen. And number 23, Braden Bradshaw. There's your starting 5 for the Lyman Eagles.
Lyman Eagles going to be in their home whites, blue numbers, blue letters with the stripes on the side. Blue, black, and white on those stripes, and that one, as you're hearing the starting lineup, this crowd is packed from where we are over to the right and on the other side, as well as Landers kind of got their own little section in the front of the row, in front of us, and also on the bench for Landers bench as well, as it looks like maybe the Lady Tigers will be able to stay and hang around for a little bit, but we could be wrong on that one. We'll find out. And again, the lineup's getting introduced here. Again, what is on the line? A number 1 seed if you win in this one. A loss is a number 2 seed because of the other conference games between Mountain View and Pinedale. Lander has had, theoretically, if it was the same record, Lander will have the head-to-head records against Pinedale with the tiebreaker. And if Lyman has 1 loss and Lander had 1 loss, Lyman had the tiebreaker because of the head-to-head. But again, that's why you play 2 games and not 1. That's why this game had to be played regardless what happens in this one. Again, McCoy Smith for the Eagles reached 1,000 points not long ago. And you can hear it, Riley. This is going to be a loud crowd for Lyman.
Definitely a loud crowd, and you know, something that Lander should be used to is they just played their last couple of games at home and had big crowds there as well.
Yep, and now they get to experience being on the wrong side of things as far as home crowd is concerned. Stauffenberg, Bradshaw at center circle, both wearing number 23, and the Tigers will control it. Lincoln will have it knocked out of his hands. It will be Tiger basketball either way to start this one. Washburn will inbound it to McClung, and McClung will bring it up for the Tigers. Lyman Eagles leading scorer Brandon Bradshaw, roughly 15 points per game. Lincoln swinging to McClung, far side, inside of Stauffenberg. He's going to try to play some bully ball. McClung back out to Lincoln, launches a 3. That one, no good. Lincoln's had himself a pretty good shooting weekend last week. Tigers do start with the first shot, can't get it in. That 3 is up and good, though, by the guy who just scored almost 1,000 points not long ago, McCoy Smith. McClung. Stauffenberg. Back out, give it to Lincoln. Lincoln, top of the key to Lopez. Lopez going to drive in, has a lane, he'll take it. That one's good. The Tigers start off with a 2, lead down to 1. Here's McCoy Smith. Smith looks for the inside pass to Bradshaw. That one's good by Carter Bradshaw. There's a couple of Bradshaws on this roster. McClung to Washburn, hand off to Stauffenberg, top of the key, matched up there by Carter Bradshaw. Lincoln to McClung again. McClung going to try to go baseline, doesn't though. Back out to Lopez. Lopez looks to drive in, and they're going to call him for the travel. And that will be turnover number 1 for Lander Valley.
A couple quick turnovers here for both teams to get this one going.
A couple to start off here. Bradshaw putting it up, no good. Gets an opportunity to put it back up and can't get it in. He will get fouled though and go to the free throw line. Foul going to go against McClung. That will be his first. Again, McClung was out for quite a while. Didn't get to have a game against Lyman, so this will be his first time. Bradshaw at the line, going to look up and get the first free throw.
Bradshaw, 70% from the free throw line this season.
And for folks who don't know, he can dunk. We've seen it before. And you haven't seen it in our games, but if you've been watching other games from Lyman, you know he can dunk. Second free throw, no good. Stauffenberg with the rebound. He'll launch it to Lincoln. Lincoln, kick out to Lopez. Lopez going to drive in. Pass it to Washburn. Nice pass. Nice recognition, too, from Lopez to give it to Washburn and be down by 2. Bradshaw. Look, this is going to be a backcourt. No, it's not going to be a backcourt, but turnover either way. Here comes Stauffenberg. He's going to try to take it all the way himself. Can't do it. Washburn right up there to put it back up and in.
Good put back by Washburn. 2 in a row for him.
Yeah, he's already got 4. 6 all on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard here in Lyman. Smith, give it off to Fannis. Fannis right back to Smith. Looks for the inside. Carter Bradshaw, he's right there as it's deflected there, no good. Here's Lopez. Spins. Charge foul called. He's going to get a couple of those. At least in all the games we've seen him play, he does.
That's Lopez's first personal, second team foul on the Tigers.
Vanis give it off to Smith. Smith now picks up his dribble, give it off to Carter Bradshaw. Back to Vanis. Vanis to Smith. Tigers are running in that 2-3 zone. There's a three-point attempt now from Nielsen. That's no good. Vanis does get the rebound. Bradshaw, and we're going to have a 3-second in the key violation.
2 games in a row that we've seen that violation called.
Here's McClung. Give it to Stauffenberg. Give it to Lincoln. Far side, pass it to McClung inside. Stauffenberg's good. Stauffenberg gets a little slide after the shot. So he fell to the ground. 8-6 now. Lander up for the first time in the ball game. The pass now. Smith drives in, puts up the floater. That's no good. Here's Washburn with the rebound. Almost losing his Washburn, and then he's going to be fouled. Saves a possession for the Tigers.
Foul's going to be on Carter Bradshaw. That's going to be his first personal, first team foul.
Here's Stauffenberg. Tigers lead by 2. Stauffenberg will swing it to McClung. Get this offense set. McClung loses the basketball for a moment. That is not a backcourt violation because it was Vanis who tipped it. McClung is going to be called for the travel. Thought he kept his pivot foot on the ground, but does not look like it did.
As we see some subs come into the ball game, Cope Thomas and Caleb Smith will check into the ball game.
Here's Bradshaw. Will give it to Smith. 4:06 to play here. Thomas. Carter Bradshaw comes up with it, almost loses it for a moment. We'll pass it off now to Thomas. Thomas to Smith, inside to Bradshaw. We'll look now for Smith as well. Caleb Smith, excuse me, got a jump ball. He'll favor Lyman.
We're going to see Caleb Bartoni and Parker Sixby check into the ball game for the first time.
Yeah, Sixby kind of holding that spot for McClung while he was out. Inbound goes to Bradshaw, now up to Thomas. Smith, 3, good. He's already got 2 threes, leads up to 1 for Lyman. Stauffenberg. Give it off to Bartoni, out to Washburn. Swing it to McClung, far side. 3:30 to play here. Stauffenberg to McClung. Give it off to Sixby, pass it to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg to McClung, inside to Washburn. Back out to McClung. Lyman also running a 2-3 zone. Stauffenberg, thought about faking, passing it to McClung, inside Washburn. Washburn to Stauffenberg. He's got a lane pump fake, puts up the shot. He's fouled and 1. Get the shooter bounce right there on that one. Really, the shooter's roll. He just sat on the rim for a second.
So that foul goes on Braden Bradshaw. It's his first personal, second team foul.
Free throw from Stauffenberg on the N1 is good. Substitution comes in. Talon Whelan is in the ball game for the first time. He'll check out McClung. Here's Smith for Lyman. Bradshaw. Lyman does beat the press by Lander. 2-point lead for the Tigers. 11-9 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. And losing it is Thomas. And it's a turnover by Lyman. Just the second turnover by the Eagles in this one. Stauffenberg. Give it to Washburn. Washburn to Bartoni. Swing it to Sixby near side. Back out to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg almost traveled with it. Saved it by giving it off to Sixby. Whelan. Pass it to Bartoni. Bartoni back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg going to be fouled right there. That's going to go against the Eagles. Carter Bradshaw just picked up his second foul. And he's going to have to check out. Vanis checks back in. Here's Sixby. Top of the arc. Go to the other side. Whelan will travel with it. And that'll be a turnover by Lander. 2:20 left here in quarter number one. Again, a lot on the line in this one. Here's Smith. Boyd Smith. Pass it off down to Fannis. Fannis back to Smith. Smith will swing it now to Thomas. Back to Smith. Smith's going to take a three. Can he go 3 of 3 to start? No. Stauffenberg comes up with it. He's already got 5 points in the ball game. Whelan to 6B. Pump fake 3. Loft it up to Stauffenberg. He'll take a deep 3. That one hits back iron, no good. And just basically sitting there was Bennett Washburn.
Again, Washburn kind of just hanging out down low below the hoop, getting rebounds, putting them back up and getting points out of them.
And he's already got 2 putbacks in this one so far. Inside pass is Smith. That's good by Caleb Smith. That's his first point to the ball game. 13-11 now on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. We're going to see Coleman Schultz check in for the Eagles' next dead ball. McClung and Lopez also set to get back in. Whelan for 3. It's back iron, no good. He gets in the hands. Apologies right there. That was Caleb Smith with the rebound. Here's Braden Bradshaw. Thomas to Smith. Swinging now to Fannis. Wide open 3. Hits right iron, no good. It's going to be Caleb Bartoni with the rebound. Here's 6B. 6B going to try to go baseline, put up the shot. Bradshaw deflects the pass. And Fannis right there to pick it up. Fannis lob it up to Bradshaw. Back to Fannis. 34 seconds to play here in quarter number one on a 2-point game. 13-11 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Drive it. Pass it off to Bradshaw. 3's good. Brandon Bradshaw for 3. 1-point game. Back in the lead for the Lyman Eagles. Stauffenberg walks his way over center court. Washburn, Stauffenberg, 10 seconds to play. Tigers holding for the final shot. Stauffenberg backs up. Now he's going to try to drive in. Matched up there is he'll pass it to Washburn. That's a turnover. And that will be how the first half ends. 14-13, Tigers trail by 1. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, and online at county10.com.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families. Our locally owned clinics offer a wide range of specialties like aquatic, vestibular, and pediatric therapy. On staff, we have specialists certified in dry needling, sports and orthopedic therapy, and a certified hand therapist now seeing patients both in Riverton and Lander. Our women's health specialists can help with everything from incontinence to pre- and postpartum care. Our 6 locations in western Wyoming are all built for physical and aquatic therapy. To find out more or to schedule an appointment, go to FremontTherapyGroup.com.
High Country Hearing Center supports patient hearing health care with a superior standard of practice for our Wyoming families, and we are proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. High Country Hearing Centers has been serving Wyoming's hearing health care needs since 1979.
Hey Tiger Nation, this is Casey McClung on behalf of Lander Valley Athletics and Tiger Basketball. I want to thank you all for supporting us this season, and go Tigers.
Lander trails by 1, 14-13 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. We approach the second quarter of play. Tiger basketball as Lopez will bring it up. Lopez, Bartoni, McClung, 6B and Lincoln, the 5 for the Tigers to start this second quarter of play. McClung to 6B. Back to Lopez, top of the arc. Kick out to McClung, far side, pass it to 6B. 6B to Bartoni. Eagles now running man-to-man now, it looks like. Lopez drive in, underhand. He's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. See if this foul is on. It is going to go Gage Nielsen. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Lopez at the line to shoot 2. Try to give the Tigers a 1-point lead. Makes the first. He's got 3 points in the ball game. One more here. Shot is good. Here is Smith. Give it to Fannis. 30 seconds into the second quarter. McClung comes in right for the steal. McClung going to try to take it himself. He puts up a floater. That's good. That's Casey McClung's first points of the ball game. Nielsen will give it to Fannis. High pass. Nielsen gets it right back far side. Pass now top to the key. Swinging as the Eagles. Smith loses it. McClung tries to come up with it, and it's going to be Tiger basketball off the turnover.
Tigers just causing big trouble on Lyman's side on the defensive side.
Here's McClung over center court. He's going to hand off to Sixby. 4 Eagles about to check in. Pass to Bartoni. Bartoni was looking to kick out to McClung. Sixby thought about a 3. Doesn't take it. Pump fake drive in. Bartoni to McClung. Nice cut by McClung. Look, kick out to Lincoln. Lincoln going to take it in and put up a floater. That's no good. That'll be Coleman Schultz with the board. Here's Nielsen. Pass out now. Offensive foul. And Nielsen picks up his second. That's 5 team fouls for Lyman. Again, basically a whole new 5 out there for Lyman. Only one staying in is Fannis for the Eagles. Lopez. Lincoln, top of the key. We'll swing it to Bartoni. Bartoni to Sixby. Sixby back out to Bartoni. Swing it to Lopez. Lopez going to try to drive in, and there's going to be a foul on Lyman.
Foul's going to be on Herdsman. It's going to be his first personal 6th team foul. So one more foul by the Eagles throws the Tigers into the 1-1.
That can play a pivotal role. And Lyman scored in the Lady Eagles game 21 of their 53 points, or 52 points, excuse me. Bartoni spin, put it up is good. Tigers up by 5, biggest lead of the ball game so far. Bradshaw, give it to Fannis. Tigers again still running that 2-3 zone. We'll pass off now. So the Eagles swing things around. Smith to Fannis, top of the key. Smith for 2. Left iron no good, gets his own rebound. The Eagles will reset things here. Here's Fannis on the logo, give it to Smith again. So that was almost stolen there by Lopez. Fannis is going to try to drive in, pass inside to Bradshaw. Reverse layup is good. (19-16). Here's Sixby. He tries to go baseline. Was looking for a kick out to Lopez. Turnover by the Tigers. And a chance for Lyman to tie it. Inside pass. Carter Bradshaw. Bradshaw kick out to Smith. Wide open 3. Misses though on the right side. Saving it right there was Hertzman. And he would have given off to Fannis for the score. Cuts the lead down to 1. McClung, Bartoni, 3, backboard good. Banks open for Bartoni in this one. 22-18. Fannis lobs up to Smith. Smith back to Fannis. Tigers still holding on to that 2-3 zone. Inside pass, Carter Bradshaw will pass it to Smith. Smith's gonna make a move and put up the shot. That's no good. This will be Braden Lincoln with it, and a foul occurs on Smith.
Smith causes the foul, sends Lincoln to the line for 1-1 for the rest of the quarter.
Yep, and 3 more after that is double. Okay, we'll talk about how you can tune in next week, because again, we will not be able to have video coverage, and you know, this is a perfect time to do it. So next week, and we'll talk about this after the post-game show, since there's a deal that doesn't allow us to do video streaming, we will be able to video stream on the NFHS network. If you look up County 10 in the search bar, you can find our video feed that we will provide. You can also catch the game on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM. Again, not on YouTube or Facebook. You would have to go to the NFHS to get the feed in this one. 22-18. Riley, thoughts on this first half start?
You know, it's been a fast-paced game so far. The score doesn't really show it, but it has been a fast-paced game. And Lander's really causing some trouble on the Eagles right now as far as defensive play goes.
Yeah, well, Tigers have 5 turnovers. Lyman with 4 so far in the ball game, but either way, you're causing enough to get the lead right now. 22-18, 4:04 to play. Timeout was taken by Lyman. That was their first. That gives them 4 left here. Again, Tigers in bonus. Lincoln to go shoot a 1-and-1. McCoy Smith did cause the fouls. Lincoln's first free throw is good. And he's got his first points in the ball game. One more free throw here. Lincoln up, and once again it takes a second to roll, but it's good. The Tigers bringing a little bit of pressure. Fannis will get it past to Carter Bradshaw. Back to Fannis, top of the key, under 4 to play here. Inside, Brady Bradshaw, pass it to Carter Bradshaw, that's up and good. Braden Bradshaw, your leading scorer, kind of play more of the passing role. Here's McClung behind the back to Lincoln. Lincoln, bounce pass, Bartoni. Cross-court pass that to McClung. McClung loses it for a moment. McClung tries to save it, and then a foul is called. And is it against Lyman? It is. Hersman picks up the foul. Tough one. That could have gone either way, I think, Riley.
Definitely could have gone either way. I mean, McClung had possession of the ball, and then he kind of lost it in his hands, trying to pick it back up as he misses that free throw.
Yeah, had an attempt at the 1-and-1, no good. 24-20. Tigers, that was just the first missed free throw of the ball game. Here's Fannis. Smith to Thomas. Cross-court pass that off to Fannis. Saves it. Here's McCoy Smith. Cross-court pass that off to Thomas. 3 is no good, and then we're going to have a foul on Lander.
You're going to get McClung on the foul, pushing down low. That's going to be his second personal. Only Lander's third team foul.
Yeah, you got 3 fouls to give, essentially, if you're Lander. Stauffenberg trying to go for the steal. Tigers end up with it. Stauffenberg checks back into the ball game. Here's McClung, loses it, stolen there by Thomas. Thomas will put it up, and charge call.
Interesting events there. Stauffenberg throws that one away, gets it stolen, and then turns around and takes the charge.
Yeah, he's taken quite a few of those this season. Here's Stauffenberg, pass it to Lincoln. Bennett Washburn going to check in, next dead ball. McClung loses it, turned over by the Tigers. KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, Lander, Wyoming. Wyatt Burridge going to join alongside Riley Bouillon. Big shout out to Jaron Anderson at Radio Control. Bringing you the regular season finale of this one. Game for the number 1 seed between these two teams at next week's regional tournament. Thomas, 3, up, misses everything. Could be saved there by Smith. Bradshaw comes up with it. Here's Fannis. Fannis is going to try to drive in, loses the basketball, and it's Lincoln who picks it up. Lopez can't get it. Who saves it? Stauffenberg will throw that one. Washburn's there to get it. Here's Washburn, and then he'll lose it. So in the end, it's Lyman basketball.
You're going to get Stauffenberg on the foul.
His first. (24-20) as we approach 2 minutes to play. Here is Smith. Give it to Fannis. Fannis now inside to Bradshaw. Pass it up now to Smith. Bradshaw again. He's just going to pull up and gets it in and good. And the lead's cut down to 2. Looks like we will not get a post-game interview from head coach Melinda Cox. The Lady Tigers are going to try to, we'll see how that goes, but South Pass is currently open right now. There is I think, chain law level 2 in effect when we last checked. For anybody traveling, again, we want to make sure you guys are traveling safe. There's Bartoni at the line, and maybe we will get a post-game interview. Makes the first. 1:33 to play as Bartoni makes the first again.
Fannis picked up his second personal foul.
Makes the lead up to 3. He'll make the second. And it will be Lyman now down by 4. Thomas to Smith. Swing it to Thomas again. He'll drive in, put up a shot. That rolls off the iron, no good. And sitting right there is Caleb Thomas, and he'll put it up and good. And he has an opportunity for a 3-point play.
We'll see Kason McClung check in. Washburn will check out. Foul's going to be on Lopez. That's his second personal. 5th team foul here in the second quarter.
Smith on the season, just 33%, only 30 attempts heading into this ball game, or heading into Mountain View, yesterday. Shots up and good. And the 3-point play is complete. Cuts the lead down to 1. 1:15 to play. McClung to Stauffenberg. Swing it to Bartoni. Give it off to Lopez. Kind of spins around to save the basketball. Stauffenberg for 3. Rolls off the iron, no good. Smith grabs the board. He's going to try to go coast to coast. Loses it, and a foul occurs.
Foul's going to go on Lincoln. That's going to be his first personal. 6th team foul. So Landers got to watch out. Next one puts Lyman in the bonus.
Lyman can take the lead here if they want. There's a pass, long pass to Smith. Saves it though. Lopez with the steal in the passing lane. He's trying to have a couple nice underhand pass to McClung, and that's good. Full court pressure by the Tigers with 37 seconds to play. Smith, give it to Fannis. Fannis will pass that off to Smith, up to McCoy Smith. Smith to McCoy Smith, launches the 3. This one is good, and we're tied. McCoy Smith with 9 in the ball game, 18 seconds to play. Tigers can hold on to the final shot if they want. Lopez loses it. Not close enough for out of bounds though. Saves the possession. 6 seconds. Lopez will look, give it to Bartoni. Bartoni back to Lopez. Under a second to play, and will miss the shot. And that's how the first half will end. It's 28 all, and we're actually going to step aside a quick 30-second timeout. We'll actually have head coach Melinda Cox on after this. This is Tiger Basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
If you're looking to get upgrades on your vehicle done with bumpers, grill guards, and bed liners, shop locally instead of traveling the extra mile to an out-of-town shop. Take it to the premier local shop here in Fremont County. Wyoming 4x4 has over 25 years of experience under the belt. Dan will take your stock truck and give it the perfect accessory makeover tailored to your vision. Stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Hey Tiger fans, this is Abraham Lopez, and you're listening to Lander Valley Basketball on County 10.
Here with head coach Melinda Cox of the Lady Tigers in this one. Coach, I mean, the first quarter was tough. You don't score until the very end of the first quarter, but 21 points in the second quarter. You guys were cutting that. You cut that lead down quite a bit in that one.
Yeah, we cut it to 6, and then we got that late foul on that 3-point shot, and then she makes all 3, and you know, if we go into the locker room with it just being a 6-point lead, I got to believe we have a little bit better of an opportunity, just confidence-wise, to come out and play better in the third quarter. But, yeah, it's hard to get down like that early, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you think, just the start of the game, people would probably think this is Lyman's game all the way. I mean, it didn't turn out that way. But again, just the fight and effort you guys were willing to put in that first half to keep things close.
Yeah, and I think it shows some character a little bit. We struggled still. I mean, anybody watching the game can tell that there's some struggle. We have 33 turnovers. You just cannot turn the ball over that much. And I think, we've got some young kids. We're still playing the quarter game, right? And next weekend, we don't have to worry about that. We've got, everybody gets 4 quarters, and so we had some really good looks. Brianna Lincoln played really well tonight. Hayden Goggles has been solid. We had Addison Rounds come in and play some defense against Sage. We couldn't, Kendall's doing the best she can, but that's tiring. Sage is a good player. So, yeah, we've just got to, again, find a little bit more of a rhythm than what we had tonight.
Yeah, Brenna Lincoln, 12 points and scored 12 of the 21 points you guys had in that second quarter. But it just shows there's players that can score. It's just kind of putting it together now is kind of what you guys are looking for.
Yeah, putting them all together. And I think that's been the struggle all year. And I think that, some good things happened tonight. And unfortunately, we came up a little bit short. But overall, I was pleased with their effort.
What do you take into next week? Again, like you said, there was some good stuff in this game. And take the last 3 games. What can you take into that regional tournament knowing now you play either Powell or Lovell in the first round?
Yeah, I think we'll end up, I don't know what the games are like right now, but it looks like we'll probably end up with Powell. We'll see. We need to be ready regardless. And the nice thing about regionals in Wyoming is your regular season really doesn't matter. If you come out and play and you're able to beat some teams, you can take first in regionals, and it's like you never had a regular season. And so that's the mindset we've got to take into it, that erase the regular season, let's get down to business and see what we can do in regionals.
Coach, I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to your team, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, guys. Be safe.
Head Coach Melinda Cox. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's pregame show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
At Central Wyoming College, your future starts here. Join CWC's automotive program and turn your passion for cars into one of the most in-demand technical careers. From classic cars to ones that park themselves, CWC's expert automotive instructors combine state-of-the-art technology, small class sizes, and one-on-one attention to help you earn your certification in automotive service excellence. Apply now for several scholarships available only to our automotive students. Make your way at Central and join the new generation of automotive technicians.
Wind River Internet is proud to deliver quality, high-speed internet to businesses and residents across Fremont County. Wind River Internet is the sponsor for the County 10 live stream and sports in our community. Enjoy high-definition broadcasts. Brought to you by Wind River Internet. They also provide reliable phone services that can help you stay in touch with the important people in your life. Experience greater connection today. To get a quote and start enjoying fast, reliable services, call 307-857-2004. That's 857-2004. Or windriverinternet.com.
Fremont Toyota of Lander is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. When you're looking for a vehicle, whether it's new or used, Fremont Toyota has got you covered with the best inventory across the state of Wyoming. Experience the Fremont Toyota difference. From service to the sale, let the professional staff take care of you and drive off happy knowing you made the right choice. Stop into 103 Fremont Way on the Wild West end of Lander and get your vehicle picked out today.
Hey Tiger fans, this is senior Brendan Stauffenberg, and you're listening to Lander Valley Basketball on County 10.
Appreciate it, Head Coach Melinda Cox coming up, spending some time and talking about the game. And Riley, that second quarter, again, really choked what Lander can do in that one, but let's go back to this one. 28 all, number 1 seed on the line, and Riley, it hasn't been a lead more than 6 in this ball game.
Yeah, it hasn't been a lead more than 6, and it's definitely gone back and forth here and there, and tied at 28 apiece right now. Coming out of halftime here in a couple minutes, it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top in this one, as it's gone back and forth pretty much all game.
Yeah, Lyman ties it up in a 14-point quarter at 28 all. 13 in the first, 14 for Lyman in the first as well. 14 in favor of Lander in that second quarter. Leading the scoring is Caleb Bartoni with 7, Washburn with 6, Stauffenberg with 5, Lopez with 4, McClung, I meant to get that to 6B. McClung, 6B, and Lincoln with 2 points. For the Lyman Eagles, it's led by Bradshaw, both Bradshaws, Brandon Bradshaw and Carter Bradshaw with 6 apiece. 5 for Caleb Smith, 9 for McCoy Smith, so he actually leads the point total. Brandon Fannis with 2 in the ball game. Lyman 11 of 22. Tigers right now currently 10 of 7 unofficially. Tigers are getting to the line though 7 of 8 times.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely trying to get to the line, and there's not been as much foul trouble in this game as there was in the last game that we watched, but definitely a lot that they can work on.
About 17 or 15 fouls compared to 27 in that first one.
15 compared to the 27 is it's a little bit of a difference.
A little bit. I mean, we're kind of only counting it just because there were so many fouls called in that first half, and now we're just kind of like, how many whistles are going to be blown in the ball game in this one? 5 ties, 5 lead changes so far. Tigers 1 of 5 from 3. Lyman 4 of 8. So they are getting scores from beyond the arc. The only 3-point that got made was Caleb Bartoni when he banked it off the backboard and good. As the Tigers are out here warming up, both teams are they're going to fight until the end, and I believe Riley and I tend to speak things into existence sometimes. I did it yesterday with Dubois and Forest Eden. I would not be surprised if we see some extra time here.
And today wouldn't be a bad day to have some extra time. I know that's something people usually don't want to say, but just with how long they've waited to play this game, with the change from Tuesday to now back to the original date, just pushed up 30 minutes. I think extra time in this ball game would be something to look forward to.
Yep, and that is going to do it here for us. At halftime, we'll kind of recap. And Riley, I mean, I want to go back to the post-game interview real quick, just because it just popped in my head. And she mentioned it. You can play the regional tournament as the number 4 seed and win it all. Shoshone has even proven they can win a 1 seed in the boys game. Shoshone beat Wyoming Indian, who was a 1 seed, by 20 points, 61-41 in that one. Actually, Shoshone and St. Stephen's, a chance for the regional championship, is actually about to start in about 15 minutes here in this one. Riley, with that, we're going to step aside. We're going to be back after these messages. 28-all, number 1 seed in the 3A Southwest Alive. We're back after this on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, and streaming online at county10.com. Back after this.
Xander's One Stop of Lander wishes the best of luck to all student athletes and sports teams throughout Fremont County. Xander's One Stop has it all: clean gas, ethanol-free fuel, diesel, a variety of household and automotive needs. Stop in for the very best in snacks, lunch, dinner, and much more. Plus, the best liquor selection. And now lottery tickets for the Cowboy Draw, Mega Millions, Powerball, and Lucky for Life. It's all here at Xander's One Stop, 730 East Main, Lander.
Wyoming Catholic College are proud sponsors of student athletes and sports programs across Fremont County, plus are this season's academic spotlight sponsor. Wyoming Catholic College forms students through a rigorous immersion in the primary sources of the classic liberal arts tradition, the grandeur of the mountain wilderness, and the spiritual heritage of the Catholic Church. Grounded in real experience and thoughtful reflection, our graduates love truth, think clearly, and communicate eloquently, engaging with the world as it is. Submit your application online at wyomingcatholic.edu/admissions/apply.
Gales Carpet Floor and Home is happy to support student athletes in sports across Fremont County. Gales Carpet One Floor and Home has been a Fremont County fixture for decades, specializing in flooring, window coverings, and cabinets, as well as the professional certified installation of those products. Stop into Gales Floor and Home today at 220 East Main Street, Riverton, or see them online at galescarpet1riverton.com. Northside Auto Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes for the 22-23 season. Northside Auto Body is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in automotive body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Auto Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Living well isn't just about things. It's about the things that matter: your family, your friends, and your health. For decades, Sage West Healthcare has been committed to improving the health and care of our communities. Today, we're investing more in our communities, in our people, in advanced medical technologies, and in specialized facilities, so access to better care is close to you and the things that matter most. Sage West Healthcare. Be well, live well. That's why we're here.
Hey Tiger Nation, this is Braden Lincoln on behalf of Lander Valley Athletics and Tiger Basketball. I want to thank you all for supporting us on this season. Go Tigers!
Back here on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM, streaming online at county10.com. 28 all, 20 seconds left to go in the halftime intermission. Riley, I mean, you just got to play the best basketball you can in this final 16 minutes of action.
You definitely got to play the best basketball that you can, and the first half really showed it, and I think the second half really is going to show it even more than what it did in the first half.
It's going to be Lyman basketball to start. 28-28. Again, winner gets the number 1 seed, and next week's regional tournament not far from here in Bridger Valley at Mountain View. Smith with the basketball. We'll bring it up for Lyman. Gonna get the screen from Bradshaw. Gonna try to drive in, put up a shot. That one is up and no good. Stauffenberg will get the board. McClung. Stauffenberg, pump fake 3, gonna drive in, put up a floater shot. That's up and good.
It's always a good start for the Tigers when they get the first points, either coming out of halftime or starting the game off.
It's going to be Bradshaw here. Give it to Fannis. Going to come to the near sides. 30 seconds approaching in the half. Fannis pass inside. McClung comes up with a steal. McClung going to give it to Stauffenberg. He's got Bradshaw to beat. Little contact, can't get it. Bartoni loses it, and it's going to end up in the hands of Bradshaw. Bradshaw behind the back, give off to Smith. Smith now will pass inside to Bradshaw, put it up. That one's good, and we're tied again. Riley, this lead change and ties are going to start going up a lot. We're already at 6 ties in the ball game.
You're going to see that in the double digits for sure.
I agree. Offensive foul against Lopez. He's got 3 now.
Like you said, Lopez has got 3. That's the first team foul on Lander here in the third quarter.
6:43 to play. Again, Lopez picks up the third first team foul like Riley mentioned. Here's Bradshaw. Give it to Smith. And if I'm not mistaken, Riley, Tigers are man-to-man.
They are, and that's the first time that we've seen this
game. They've done it before, but mainly the 2-3 is kind of their go-to. Smith, floater, short, off the right side, or excuse me, the left side, no good. It's going to be McClung bringing it up. McClung has that stolen or poked out. Tigers now have been the first team to enter double-digit turnovers. 10 now to Lyman's 9. Lyman with a chance to take the lead. Haven't taken the lead since the beginning of the first. Lopez with the steal, and Lopez will just lay it up and in. Big play by Abe Lopez right there.
Good steal there by Lopez. Taking advantage of the court, taking it down court, getting 2 points out of it.
Smith slowly walks up. Lincoln pokes it out. Smith corrals it right back. Game separated by 2. No lead's been bigger than 6. That was Landers. Lyman's biggest 3 has been 3 after they made the first 3 of the ball game. Fannis, pass off to Smith. Smith now, he's matched up by Lincoln. Lincoln gets around the screen. He's going to be, I believe, called for the foul. We will see here. And it is.
They will give that off to Lincoln. That's going to be his second personal second-team foul here in the third.
Nielsen inbound, gives it to Fannis, top of the key. Pass inside to Bradshaw, wide open, and was going for a dunk. And Lincoln picks up the foul as he clearly made that one. I can clearly see that foul call going against Lincoln.
Third foul on Lincoln. We're going to see Parker Sixby check into the ball game for Lincoln.
Lincoln got off to the bench. Bradshaw's first free throw is good. To tie this one up, Sixby has checked in. Again, you want to preserve as many players as you can, Riley, especially in a game like this. Bradshaw for one more to tie it. Does. And we're tied at 32 again. Stauffenberg brings it up court, crosses the Eagle logo. Lopez, near side, give it to McClung. Inside pass to Stauffenberg. Back out to Lopez. McClung. Bring it to Bartoni. Bartoni to Sixby. Sixby. They try back up, loses the basketball. Poked out there. Nielsen gets it. Nielsen has nobody to beat, and then Lopez. I think Lopez just picked up his fourth. And they will. And so he's going to have to check out.
See Talon Whelan check in for Lopez.
Nielsen at the line looking for his first points of the ball game. And give Lyman the lead.
Excuse me, Talon Whelan will check in for Lopez.
One more free throw here from Nielsen. Nielsen entering Thursday was 5 of 8. And has given Lyman the lead. Substitution comes in. Cope Thomas is in the ball game for the Eagles. Here's Bartoni. Back to Stauffenberg. Bounce pass to McClung. Haven't crossed the timeline yet. Now they do. McClung. Stauffenberg. He'll give it off to Whelan. Back to McClung. Here's Stauffenberg. Top of the key. They're just going to get this offense set here. Bounce pass to Sixby. Sixby. McClung. McClung going to drive right side. Was looking for Bartoni. Saved to Stauffenberg. Back out to Sixby. McClung. Bounce pass to Sixby. He's going to take a three. That one's good! Timeout taken by head coach Stu Mullins. It's a 30-second timeout. That's a good shot taken there by Parker Sixby. Thank you to Porter's Supply Company in Riverton for sponsoring our broadcast today. Porter's reminds you that winter is not here right now, and it's time to prep for your wood, gas, or pellet stoves for the season. They got everything you need, from new installs to supplies and accessories. That's Porter's on Northbound and Riverton and online at portersmvs.com. Also, a big shout out to Gambles and Lander. Thanks for tuning in tonight to support LVHS Sports. Our broadcasts are made possible by great sponsors like Gambles at 420 Main, right in the middle of town. Shane and Gambles has truckloads of furniture waiting for you, and delivery is always free within 30 miles of the store. That does include the town of Riverton. Sixby's first scoring attempt from beyond the arc is good. He's got 5 in the ball game so far.
See the Tigers picking up that backcourt defense, a 2-1-2.
And they're going to settle into the man-to-man. Under 4 to play here as we approach halfway through the third. Here's Carter Bradshaw. Inside pass to Braden Bradshaw. He's going to guard Stauffenberg. And they're going to say offensive foul on Braden Bradshaw. Nice job by Stauffenberg to take that one. He's already taken 2 now.
It's going to be Bradshaw's second personal.
And almost stolen was the Eagles getting the basketball. McClung, top of the key. Give it to Sixby. Thought about a 3. Now he'll drive in. Puts up the underhand score. That's up and good. And he's got 5 straight for the Tigers.
Good back-to-back points there by Sixby and good driving ability.
Opens up a 2-possession game. Foul going to go against McClung.
It's going to be his third personal, 5th team foul here in the third quarter. Let's see Lincoln check back into the ball game for the Tigers. McClung will check out.
He's got 3, is Lincoln.
Lincoln's got 3. McClung just got 3.
Lopez with 4. Those 3 alone are in foul trouble. Lyman doesn't really have anybody in foul trouble. They have either 3 or less to give, or left to have. Inside pass, Braden Bradshaw on the elbow. Pass out now to Smith. Smith's going to launch a 3. That one is no good. Bartoni comes up with a rebound. Whelan, Lincoln, wide open 3. That one is good!
Good 3 ball in the corner by Lincoln.
The lead is up to 7. That has just turned into the biggest lead of the ball game, and Lander has that. Smith, pass off to Thomas. Thomas now. Gonna drive in. Offensive foul again!
Gonna get a moving screen up top. Foul's gonna go on Caleb Smith. That's gonna be his first personal, 2nd team foul.
And when you make a team take a timeout like that, that's big. Is it going to be a full? It is. Riley, we're going to step aside. 40-33, 2:47 left to play in the third. We're back after this here on the County 10 Sports Network.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Palace Pharmacy of Lander is proud to be this year's starting lineup sponsor and supports athletics all across Fremont County. Palace Pharmacy in Lander is locally owned and locally loved. Palace Pharmacy combines high-quality products with personalized care. They strive to help you reach your health and wellness goals. Now, back to Lander basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Offensive foul gives the Tigers the possession. That first foul was a moving screen by Caleb Smith. Tigers lead by 7, 40-33. Everybody tuning in, we cannot thank you enough for tuning into this broadcast. Stauffenberg to Lincoln, swing it to Whelan. Whelan now going to go right back up to Bartoni, swinging to Sixby. Sixby to Stauffenberg, top of the key. He'll try to drive in, looks for Sixby again. Sixby, three, no good as it goes off the left side. And it's going to be McCoy Smith with the board. 2:17 to play. Smith, pass off to Braden Bradshaw, inside pass to Caleb Smith. Smith, and one. Bartoni with the foul. Lander is about to be giving Lyman some freebies for the rest of the game. So we Caleb Smith at the line. Braden Bradshaw going to check out.
We saw Fannis check in and Schultz check in.
First free throw here from Smith is good. Or excuse me, does convert the and one. I apologize. There was only one free throw. Here's Stauffenberg. Hand off to Sixby. 2 minutes to play in the third. Over the logo is Bartoni. Bartoni, Stauffenberg. He's going to try to drive in, put up a shot, and foul is offensive foul. And Lander doesn't like the call. That's just Stauffenberg's second, though.
It's only a second, 7th team foul, though.
But again, you got to be careful with the fouls if you're Lander now. 17 fouls, or Lyman and bonus from here on out. Fannis, near side, going to go up to the middle, pass off down to Carter Bradshaw. Bradshaw, pass inside, poked out there by Bartoni. It is saved there by Lyman. Smith, backs out, give it off to Carter Bradshaw. Thought about a three, now give it off to Fannis. Fannis pass it off to Smith. Smith to McCoy Smith. Under 90 seconds to play. McCoy Smith for three. It's good. And the lead's down to one for Lander. Stauffenberg, he called for a blocking foul. He made the shot. That's not going to count, though.
They'll keep that one down on the ground.
70 seconds to play. Lyman just with the third team foul.
As we see Nielsen and Bradshaw.
We're also going to see Herdsman.
All three check into the ball game.
McClung going to check in here as well. He's playing with 3 fouls.
That last foul was on Carter Bradshaw. That was his third team foul here in the third.
1:10 to play in the third. 40-39. Lander up by 1. Pass to McClung. McClung going to try to drive in left side. Give it back to Bartoni. Bartoni, he's going to pull up from the elbow. Is good.
Good pull-up shot from the elbow from Bartoni for 2 points.
Makes the lead back up to 3. Braden Bradshaw. Give it to Fannis. 45 seconds to play. There's Fannis. Pass it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looks for the inside pass. McClung pokes it out. Bartoni comes up with it. That goes off the foot of McClung. Can McClung save it? No, he can't. And hits the brick wall, but he's going to be getting up and he's all right. Probably not as long enough as maybe some of the other courts, but it looks pretty normal to me. But either way, that got to hurt. Herdsman, under 30 to play. Hersman directing traffic, asks for a screen, gets a screen, and is that going to be offensive foul? It's not. Hersman for three. That's no good. And that's going to be deflected there by Sixby, and Lander's going to get picked up the foul. As you got Lincoln and Mullins just asking why there was no foul called. Sixby picks up the first. And Stu Mullins is talking to Lincoln, and Lincoln's just smiling on that one. I think him and Lincoln thought of the exact same thing. Why wasn't there an arm bar or whatever you do? First free throws are no good. I don't know why. Push off. Sorry, I'm thinking of state wrestling. There's a lot going on with Fremont County athletics.
Well, I don't know any wrestling moves, so go ahead and throw them out there.
Nielsen missed the first. Next free throw is good. This makes it back to a 2-point game. 13 seconds to play. Tigers can't hold for the final shot. McClung behind the back, gives it to Sixby. Sixby back to McClung. McClung gonna take a three. Is this one good? No, Lincoln comes up with it. Lincoln to Whelan. That shot is up and no good. And that's how we're gonna end this one. 8 more minutes potentially to decide who is the number 1 seed in the 3A Southwest. We'll step aside. We'll be back after this. It's Tiger Basketball, 42-40 on the Fremont County 10 Sports Network.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
The Lander community supports the LVHS Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish. And they'll make sure you get the look and feel of.
You're tuned in to Lander Valley Basketball on County 10's YouTube page.
42-40. Final 8 minutes here in Lyman, potentially. 42-40, Lander leads. So Tigers looking to keep their lead and earn the number 1 seed. That's no good. Bartoni put back up and good, and one! That's a way to start the fourth, potentially make this a 5-point game, and really a 2-possession game if you look at it.
Really good way to start off the fourth quarter by Bartoni.
But can you keep the lead?
Fouls on Brandon Bradshaw. That's his third personal, 4th team foul here in the fourth.
Can't make it. It was Bartoni. We remain at a 44-40. Bradshaw inside the paint, put up the shot. That one's good. Lyman has 2 fouls to give. Lander has none. They're 2 away from giving Lyman double bonus. McClung, Bartoni. Swing it to Lincoln, top of the key. Back to Bartoni. Stauffenberg at the free throw line. He'll give it to Bartoni. Back to Stauffenberg. Thought about a three. Is he going to try to drive in? He will. Spin. Keeps going. Pump fake. Put up the shot. That one's no good. It's going to be in the hands of Fannis. Lyman going to try to cut this to a 1-possession lead. 6:50 to play in the fourth. 44-42. Lander up by a score. Here's a pass. Carter Bradshaw put it up for 2 for the tie. And we got a foul. Foul's on the ground either way. It's free throws coming for Lyman. It's going to be Braden Bradshaw at the free throw line.
They're going to get Stauffenberg on the foul.
That's his 3rd.
9th team foul.
Bradshaw. It's 2 less. Trip. Makes the first. And we'll have one more free throw here. This to tie the ball game with 6:38 to play. It's good. We're tied. Lander last Saturday scored only 6 points in the fourth. And the crowd starting to get into it from the student section. Bartoni, top of the key, swing it to Lincoln. Back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg gonna launch a three. That one's good! Timeout taken by head coach Tumel. It's the full timeout, 47-44. We'll step aside. Be back after this on the County 10 Sports Network.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years, providing highly trained clinicians to treat athletes and their families. Our locally owned clinics offer a wide range of specialties like aquatic, vestibular, and pediatric therapy. On staff, we have specialists certified in dry needling, sports and orthopedic therapy, and a certified hand therapist now seeing patients both in Riverton and Lander. Our women's health specialists can help with everything from incontinence to pre- and postpartum care. Our 6 locations in western Wyoming are all built for physical and aquatic therapy. To find out more or to schedule an appointment, go to
Keeping you connected with Tiger Basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
And Stauffenberg knocks in a three. 47-44 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. 6:20 to play. As right now this game has been neck and neck. Lander's biggest lead's been 7. Lyman's has been 3. And this, in every quarter, it's been separated by 2 or less points in the margin. That's how close this game has been throughout. Smith over the timeline, guarded by 6B. He'll pass it off to Fannis. Fannis back to Smith. Smith will give it to Fannis again. Pass is Bradshaw up there, no good. McClung with the rebound. Here's Stauffenberg. He'll give it to Bartoni. McClung. Give it to Stauffenberg. Pump fake 3. He's going to try spin, put up the shot. That's no good. And it's Braden Bradshaw with the rebound. He's got all 4 points for Lyman this quarter. He leads the team total with 14. Smith, 3, open, good. And we're tied. $47 all. We approach 5:15. Bartoni will give it to 6B. 6B going to try to drive in, kick out to Bartoni, pump fake 3. He'll drive in, loses the basketball. And it's going to be Fannis with the steal. Lopez is going to check in. He's got 4 fouls left, or he's got 4 fouls in the game. Here's a 3 from Bradshaw. That's no good. Smith will get the rebound. Smith from deep 3. That hits the back iron, no good. It's going to be Bartoni with the rebound. McClung to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg now. Give it to McClung. McClung's got a 3. He's going to take it. That's no good. It's Braden Bradshaw again with the rebound. Lyman has scored 7 in the fourth. Lander scored 5. Thomas to Bradshaw on the arc. Back to Thomas for 3. That's no good. It's the back iron. Smith gets the rebound. He'll give it to Fannis. Fannis will reset things. And then we got a timeout taken by Lyman. It's a 30-second timeout. Tiger Basketball brought to you by Wyoming Catholic College, situated smack dab in the middle of town. Wyoming Catholic College is a big part of the community, and they're excited to bring you Tiger Basketball this season. Student of the Week from LVHS goes to Addison Hadlock. Again, that's brought to you by Wyoming Catholic College. You can check out all the students who are selected for Student of the Week at county10.com. We also want to remind you that the Mascot Challenge also on as well. Second round voting will start. The first round has concluded. If you want to make sure Lander or your favorite mascot wins it all, vote at county10.com under the Mascot Challenge tab.
Are the polls still working for that?
The polls are still
They're not broken
working.
yet?
Arapahoe Charter and Pathfinder, who tied last year for first, are leading the way after day one, or after the first round.
I had to ask.
Well, we made sure this year that we could sustain the amount of votes we had. I think at one point we had 10,000 votes in the first round. Here's Smith for an opportunity to give Lyman the lead. 3 by Kayla Smith is no good. It's McClung with the board. Lopez. Bounce pass into Bartoni. No look is good.
You know, and that's one of Lopez's strengths right there, is no looker pass.
Caleb Smith inside the arc will lob it up to McCoy Smith. 3:30 to play. Lander up by 2. Inside to Smith to Fannis. Fannis, cross-court pass that off to Carter Bradshaw. Inside to Braden Bradshaw on the elbow. Bradshaw puts it up. That's no good. Caleb Smith has the rebound. Put back up is good. And once again, we're tied. The 9th tie in the ball game. Stauffenberg to Lopez. Lopez will give it off to Stauffenberg. Swinging to McClung as we approach 3 minutes to go. McClung to Lopez. Lopez drives in. Pump fake. He's going to go for the other and score. It cannot. Braden Bradshaw with the rebound. McCoy brings it up over center circle. Tied at 49 again. Bradshaw to Fannis. Fannis on the near side will bounce pass that off to Caleb Smith. Inside to Braden Bradshaw. Put it up and one. First lead from Lyman in what feels like an eternity.
Foul goes on Lincoln. That's his 4th personal, 10th team foul.
And then you got Lopez and Lincoln playing with 4 fouls. Lincoln going to stay in the ball game. Bradshaw to make this a 3-point contest. He does. And every score, this crowd gets louder and louder. McClung, far side, give it to Stauffenberg. You don't have to take a 3. You can take the 2 if needed. Lopez, Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg 3, back iron, no good. Bradshaw to Carter Bradshaw, back to Smith. Here's Caleb Smith to Bradshaw, top of the key, that one rolls and it's good. Bradshaw with 19. Lead is at 5, biggest lead of the ball game for Lyman. Full timeout, 1:56 to play. We're back after this on the County 10 Sports Network.
Xander's One Stop of Lander wishes the best of luck to all student athletes and sports teams throughout Fremont County. Xander's One Stop has it all: clean gas, ethanol-free fuel, diesel, a variety of household and automotive needs. Stop in for the very best in snacks, lunch, dinner, and much more. Plus, the best liquor selection. And now lottery tickets for the Cowboy Draw, Mega Millions, Powerball, and Lucky for Life. It's all here at Xander's One Stop, 730 East Main, Lander.
Wyoming Catholic College are proud sponsors of student athletes and sports programs across Fremont County, plus are this season's academic spotlight sponsor. Wyoming Catholic College forms students through a rigorous immersion in the primary sources of the.
Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Tigers basketball all season long on County 10's YouTube channel.
54-49, Lander trails with 1:56 to play in the ball game. Lander basketball after the timeout taken by head coach Stu Mullins. McClung, hand off to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg has that poked down. He's going to be fouled though. And Lyman still has a foul to give here in all this, Riley.
I was going to say, that foul is going to be down on the ground because Lyman still has one more foul to give before it throws Lander into the 1-and-1.
Stauffenberg to Lincoln. Lincoln will give it back to Bartoni. Bartoni thought about a 3. He's going to drive in, pull up the floater. That one rolls and it's good. Bartoni with 15 in the ball game. Smith with the basketball. They give it off. Poked out there by Bartoni. Bartoni puts it up, and it's good. And we're back down to a 1-point game. Smith loses it. And we have a fight for the basketball. Timeout taken by Lyman first before the jump ball. Full timeout here. Riley, we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we said all day. We knew it was going to be a close game, and it's a 1-point lead right now in favor of Lyman with 59 seconds left.
Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care, a proud sponsor of Fremont County Sports. Don't forget to make your appointment with your annual wellness visit, and thank you to Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care for supporting youth athletics. And remember, let's stay healthy together. Brenna Lincoln, the Lady Tigers player of the game. And Riley, you could have an argument for anybody in this one.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely have an argument for anybody in this game. That's why I leave it up to you most of the time.
It's not
when
fun.
It comes to the boys'
It's not fun to pick.
Well, it's just, every game that they play is so competitive, and the point spread for every game is just so even between everybody.
Who's going to be able to finish this one? Lyman has a 1-point lead with 59.4 to play.
And they have the basketball on their side of the court.
Yep, they did. They take the timeout. Barry Hill took the timeout for Lyman. Both teams one loss in conference play. Both are looking for the number 1 seed at next week's regional tournament. It will be decided in 59 seconds. Vanis, give it off to Smith, and we're going to see a foul there by Bartoni. And I think they know they're in double bonus. It looked like Bartoni intentionally fouled, though.
Yeah, it looked like Bartoni had an intentional foul on that one. Obviously, they didn't call it as an intentional foul, but
maybe that's the plan. Send Smith to the free throw line. He knocks in the first. He's 100% at the charity stripe. If there's one you're really going to send, it might be Vanis, who shoots 56% heading into Thursday. And the lead's back up to 3. Here's Stauffenberg. Now, what do the Tigers do here? Do you go for 2 or go for a 3? Here's Stauffenberg. He's going to drive in, put up this shot. That one's no good. Falls to the ground. Stauffenberg falls to the ground, and then here's Vanis now with 35 seconds to play. Tigers in foul trouble. Tigers just waiting. It took him forever to get the intentional foul.
Foul goes against McClung. That's his 4th personal.
Timeout taken by Lander again. McClung has got 4. Lopez with 4. He has survived the entire quarter as well, playing with 4 fouls. Parker Sixby going to check in next dead ball. And you're going to send McCoy Smith. He's 73% on the season. Smith's got 15. Bradshaw with 19. Caleb Smith with 12. 31.4 to play. 56-53 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. As this student section and crowd gets louder and louder. It's actually a really good crowd for a population of 2,000 in the Lander community. Or Lyman, excuse me. If you're just joining us, 56-53, 31.4 to play on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Tigers down by 3, and McCoy Smith, who is 73% entering Thursday with 15 points, is at the line. And he misses the first. Now this is a must-make for McCoy.
Yep, this one's a must-make with 31.46 to go.
I mean, both of them are more must-makes, but this one has a lot more value. and they were able to do that. 57-53. Here's Stauffenberg, got to push the pace. Lincoln going to check in, next dead ball. Stauffenberg takes it in, charge called by Stauffenberg. And he's got 4. Just was trying to drive in. Lincoln's going to check in for Sixby, as I believe we're going to start seeing some more situational substitutions. As Sixby is right in front of the bench again. Lincoln going to foul. And I believe Lincoln just fouled. Nope, yeah, he just fouled out of the ball game.
That's his 5th foul. So Sixby will check back into the ball game.
Valiant effort by both teams in this one. And once again, McCoy Smith, who just went 1 of 2, is back at the line. 13-17 is the Lyman Eagles. Smith, first one's good. One more free throw for Smith. It's good. 59-53. Lopez pushing the pace. Looks. Going to give it to McClung. McClung going to take the 3. That one is no good. And Fannis comes up with it. And now Fannis is going to play keep away. And that's going to do it. The Lander Tigers have fallen to the Lyman Eagles. 59-53. Lander falls to the number 2 seed in the 3A Southwest at next week's regional tournament. They will play Level or Thermopolis. Riley, we'll step aside, quick timeout. We're back after this.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
The Lander community supports the LVHS Tigers, and Altitude Interiors on Main Street is no exception. Altitude Interiors is Lander's expert in flooring, window coverings, cabinets, and more. The inside of your home is like a team jersey. Every so often, you just need a redesign. The team at Altitude has the best playbook in town and can help you with your projects from start to finish. And they'll make sure you get the look and feel of your dreams. Altitude Interiors supports Tiger Athletics, and they're here for you too at 333 Main Street in Lander.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate.
It's time now for the Bailey's Tire and Auto postgame show on KOVE 1330 AM, 107.7 FM, and the County 10 Sports Network.
We're going to make this one quick as we're going to try to get on the road here from Lyman. Final 59-53. The Tigers fall in this one. And Riley, we knew this was going to come to the bitter end.
We knew this one was going to come to the end, and it really did come down to the wire with all the lead changes and everything else. It happened in this one. You know, Lander really had an advantage in the first half, and they kind of fell apart within the last couple of seconds. They got a couple players got into foul trouble, and that really hurt them in the end.
Yeah, the foul trouble. I mean, they were putting Lyman in a double bonus with not even 8 or 6 minutes to go, I believe, in the game in that one. Final numbers here: Ben Stauffenberg with 10, Caleb Bartoni with 17, Parker Sixby with 7, Casey McClung with 2, Brandon Lincoln with 5, Abe Lopez with 6, Bennett Washburn with 6. Player of the game goes to Caleb Bartoni with his 17-point performance. Tigers shoot 21 of 37 unofficially in the ball game. 4 of 12 from 3, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. For the Lyman Eagles, 19 of 40, 6 of 15 from 3, 15 of 19 from the charity stripe, and that, Riley, will put the Tigers in the second seed in the regional tournament.
Yeah, I mean, that'll put them in the second seed, which is not a bad spot to be in for going into regionals, and they'll do great in regionals if they play the way they played tonight.
Yep, and we will give you guys that coverage. Again, we will not have a video feed and not a public video feed on YouTube or Facebook next week. If you want to watch the video feed, you will need to go to the NFHS network, and you will need to type in County 10 on the search bar and make sure you guys are following so you guys can get the video feed. If you don't want to get the video feed on the NFHS, the other way is tune in live on KOVE 1330 AM 107.7 FM and streaming online at county10.com. We will get you guys the full schedule when that is released, and I expect that to be Sunday. We'll have something probably out Monday or Tuesday about this schedule, and we will be providing coverage for Lander girls and Lander boys in this one. 59-53 your final. Riley, we're going to call it here on this broadcast. For Jared Anderson at Radio Control, Riley, big shout out to you for running the camera, the computer, and doing some color with me. I'm Wyatt Barichka. This has been a presentation of Lander Valley Basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.